Everybody come in, everybody to the party. We're online, online, we're online. Step into the night where all the stars are bright. We're back again to do this, and we're gonna do it right. Something wild's in the air, I just know. Everybody come in, everybody to the party. We're online, online, we're online. Step into the night where all the stars are bright. We're back again to do this, and we're gonna do it right. Something wild's in the air, I just know. Under
Hi, chat. Oh, obviously, Akko is still going, so we're gonna have some time here to ourselves for a bit. I think. Oh, hold on. The model just had a heart attack. Oh. Cool. Welcome Terraform, welcome Magma. For Oblivion, 3 magical plates, 1 performance, no need to explain. 2 weapon attack animation, having animation locks due to new animations. 3 difficulty scaling from the yeah. Oh, here. Chat. While we're waiting for Akko. Also, the Nexus mod issue was a small victory. Now they need to reimplement every mod that removed LGBT aspects. Yeah, no, they do. Absolutely. Welcome, Jojo. I was doing this run before stream started. So I'm just happy a lot of the old glitches work. Oh yeah, I am too. I finally got to play Oblivion today. Because I updated my motherboard BIOS and it's working. Oh. Oh, I know. What's this? This is Binding of Isaac. Oh, and that is YouTube running out of memory. Hold on. That's fine. So, Akko, I'm gonna jump into this one. Nightwave. That way. What's your build right now? As far as Oblivion, I'm going for a archery build because I really like the archery. It's been a long time since I played Oblivion. And I think I did like a strength greatsword-esque build last time I played. So I'm going to be doing an archery build this time. Because it's a playstyle I never got to experience back when I did play Oblivion, so. Oh. Sure. Elder Scrolls Sneaky Archer, very... I know it's not unique, but to be fair, it's so strong. It's like a ridiculously strong build. This is still open. No. Oh, Akko's stream just flat out died because Akko's not rating me, I don't think. If Akko's rating me, that'd be really funny, but I don't think Akko's rating me. Oh, Akko did raid me. Oh, wow. Hi. Oh, wow. Okay. Hi, chat. Hello. Welcome. I know we'd be prepping for Dogwave. Akko's not here, so we're not doing Dogwave yet. Akko said they're restarting internet? Yeah, which is good. That's fine. I don't mind waiting. Hello, dog. Welcome, Sly. Welcome, Zayla. Has it died for a second? Yeah, they do that. I actually swapped my battery out in mine before I started stream, so I didn't have to worry about it again for the rest of the stream. Because, yes, I don't want to have to worry about it, like, ever. Hey, dog. Hope you're doing well. I am doing, great. I'm doing fantastic. How is chat? Nope. No. Yeah. Welcome, Tano. Yeah, I know you're both over there. Rough. What hint did your Dreamcatcher give you, or did you skip the cutscene? Oh, for for the womb floors, it doesn't give you a hint because it just tells you the boss, and it's gonna be a womb tier boss, so it's not like it's not a surprise. Also, it's habit I just skip. What the dog doing? Until Akko gets in here, I am playing Binding of Isaac, and then we will properly start Dogwave. Because I know chat was enjoying watching me play this on yesterday. God, it was yesterday I did this. Because Abiotic Factor was broken. Because UE5 just, yeah, UE5 is a pile of garbage. That made me have to, restart, or like, update my motherboard BIOS today in order for it to be fixed. But I did get it fixed. Because Abiotic Factor and Oblivion are both working as of today, since I did that. I found a castle attacked by marauders, killed 4 of them, and was handed the deed. Turned out it was a minor DLC for the base game free house. Oh yeah, I remember that quest. I'm doing good today. Had to punch a window open at the mall due to some lady leaving her baby in 80 degrees hot gas car. Oh, that sucks. Heard about UE5 being trash? It is. It's honestly a pile of garbage. My CPU. Ow. Okay, I'm just gonna rely on Deadbird. UE5 broke your motherboard? No. No. So that is a common issue. When UE5, or more specifically a few months ago, with the 13th and 14th gen, specifically 14th gen Intel CPUs kind of melting motherboards. I never updated my motherboard BIOS because my motherboard was behaving. Like it wasn't having problems. It was fine because my computer is from October of September 2023. Close to more early October. So I was like, okay, my motherboard is probably fine. And then it wasn't until Oblivion that I started having problems. So I went ahead and I updated those BIOS today, and they are functioning. It is working fine. And there's the octopus.
I've been here for a hot minute. I was waiting for a moment to talk.
Yeah. Let me get your model on stream.
Room's open.
Yeah. If this doesn't work, I'm not rebooting. We're just resorting to PNGs. Because I've started stream, obviously.
Of course.
UE5 is an amazing engine. Shame devs cannot optimize for crap and shader caches. Yeah. No, yeah. Where is it? There you are.
I can restart my thing too.
No,
if
we're
I
good.
Need to.
We're good. We are good.
I've streamed together up as well.
Oh, I need to get your other
Sorry
stream
for
up.
being a little late.
No, you're fine.
Here, we're only gonna make the pre-stream like 5 minutes.
You are fine. Until that is properly done, I'm going to be playing Isaac. Because chat seems to enjoy watching me play Isaac.
That's good.
So, we're going to be playing Isaac. Had a great day, by the way. Nice lunch after church with the congregation. My pastor is a good day. Fantastic. I would use a more pointed word, but YouTube doesn't like it. Yeah, I will. UE5 is a pile of smoldering donkey shit. I don't know. I was like, why? Brain needs to turn on. Eve's Mascara is a big unlock. It is. So, that's done.
Hello, Elf.
Oh, we got Elf, too. We got Elf.
There we go. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
No, I was looking around and I seen you guys talking. I can't hear anything. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I look over. My headphones are plugged in.
Nice.
That's it.
We have Elf. We have Knife here.
We does have a knife here. Am I
We
joining?
do.
Is a collab going or is it Fugi?
No, there's a collab.
Yes,
If
you
you're
can join the collab thing.
Okay.
It is open.
Voices of the Void runs on UE5, but you can tell it's so good. I know Satisfactory also runs on UE5, and that one ran perfectly fine for me anyway.
Yeah, it runs all right.
Just don't put Ava on the shelf.
All right, I'm closing all of these tabs for all of these Google Docs, and I never want to open them again.
Man, some people going at me hard. Right now on
Huh?
Twitter. Someone's literally like, take you and your family law bullshit out of V2 in motherfucker, like literally just going crashing out on me.
Oh, I bet.
Oh,
I started a new goal for funds. It's a joke goal. Dogwave fund. We will pay the yippee, but not the dog.
ah. Oh, there's the elf.
Yeah, people were saying that YouTube was having issues earlier. I don't know if that was actually like true.
Oh, the elf is attached to my model. That's bad. Oh,
Somebody help. I'm attached.
hey, the dog and biscuits.
Yes.
It total. Oh, I can't do that. Okay, we'll just have to do this, which is fine. We'll just do smaller models. There we go. Wait. No. Yeah, doing what I'm doing is why my neck has been thrown out so many times.
I'm sorry, what are you doing?
Jerking my head back and forth to move the model to see if his model's still attached.
Okay. You can't just say jerking your head like that, man.
Oh my god.
Oh, VTube Studio. I have problems with VTube Studio.
There'll be no discussion of jerking heads when we
Temp
are doing
confirmed has a
Nightwave,
huge hitbox. Yes.
All right.
Okay, there we go.
Would I be comfortable with fan art? Fan art of what? Of what? MommaOcco? I don't care what people make of me. I just prefer no gore.
Oh, I need to do this. I have to open your stream again because you raided me.
That's true. I did raid you, and now I'm starting over on Twitch. That's okay, though. I got a lot of people following me tonight on Twitch, so...
Something went wrong. Try again. Why can't I not? Bitch.
It's because I invited you. You can't do it the other way around, bitch. You gotta accept my invite.
I don't have an invite.
Well, I'll send you another one. Send invite. The host or mod just performed that action. What? Okay. End stream together.
Gore is Lumi's
Restart
fetish.
stream together. Oh my gosh.
Ah.
I'm gonna invite you now. I'm gonna copy the link. I'm just gonna send you the link, man. You're gonna have to click on it.
That is fine. That will work out fine. Yes. Join
Dorkin heads.
this.
Yes.
And then we need to share chat. Good. There you go. Now both chats can interact together. Welcome, Late Hood. Late Lord Hood.
There we go. Yeah, I guess that like YouTube was suffering a little bit earlier, or it was restream. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why would people make gore of you? I know have really only a few situations where this has happened, but I know some VTubers when they get into controversy, people make gore of them. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I have seen that happen to a couple of VTubers, unfortunately. I know that Lumi...
Lumi just likes it.
Yeah, Lumi doesn't mind. It rated out 3 times to different Aqua streams. That's interesting. What was the name of the song you used before stream starts? There were 3 of them, and they were all done by Club Doom. Fantastic guy, makes great music. I almost said friend of the channel, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't know who I am. He just said I could use his music. It was YouTube. It might have just been the internet. It might have been. Here's what I'm gonna do. I downed my kbps to 1500. I'm gonna up it to 2000. We'll see if it freaks out.
Nice, a movement speed upgrade.
Oh gosh. We've got multiple temps and multiple Evas. Eva, do you like the bat? I like the bat.
I love the bat.
It's beautiful.
Bat does
Cute little
bat
snow
things.
Bat
Here,
does
I'll put
bat
you in the
things,
lab.
yes.
Okay. Well, chat, welcome to Nightwave, or Dogwave as we sometimes jokingly call it. The stream where we talk about video games and pop culture and the state of video games and pop culture of today. How are you both doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
I'm doing
That's
all right.
good. Yeah. Getting over the high of...
Just dealing with well, yeah, pretty much. Like I made that post regarding the apology and everything. What was it?
Yep.
3 hours ago, and just somebody who really likes Nano as an artist got in my quote retweets and is just losing their mind, and I'm setting it up so it doesn't notify me of any because he's going off.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I
people,
believe it.
people do
portal
that.
now. I'm
Yes,
trying to figure
people
out how
do
to meet
that.
this conversation. There it is. Okay, I figured it.
Once you
There we
once you
go. We're
figure out
good.
how to meet the conversation, it's perfect. Here, I'm gonna move us.
That's what I was trying to do.
In the middle of the
All right, now
stream
I'm
here.
very good.
That's good.
That I don't have to deal with that shit anymore.
Oh yeah, it just reaches a point like where you're like, yeah, I'm not really interested in engaging
Well,
with this
I'm not gonna
conversation.
repeat the same shit over and over again, especially when they say the shit that tells me they haven't even read anything. Like someone's like, "Oh yeah, well, business is just business." And I'm like, "Well, I know you don't know what the fuck that means because you didn't read the doc."
Yeah. Yeah, it gets to the point where people are just taking one thing one way, and it's just like, well, man, Mr. Broski here.
Look, if you want to be
you...
angry, fine.
Mhm.
Just be angry, flail around, kick your feet up, it's mountains out of molehills kind of thing.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, I would agree with that there. I definitely would agree with that. Gore is a pathway that leads to many fetishes some would deem unnatural. I feel like this
you know
is
what's
like a
funny?
joke.
I've had a couple weird things like people present me fan art where it's gore, but it's not Moon being gored. It's me committing the gore. And I'm like, guys, I am not this crazy psycho dog for just killing people. Why do you want me to be that? Like, I see some like, whoa.
Am I still working out? I was, and then I stopped because I got too distracted with other things, and then I need to get back to it.
Temp, let's be
How dare you.
let's be real. You stopped because the doctor said if your shoulders got any bigger, you would be in genuine danger.
I do actually have
You're too
wide
swole.
shoulders.
Yeah, you're too fucking swole, man. You can
Like,
if you keep working
so-
out, you're gonna.
This was one of the things that was really funny. And the circumstances weren't funny, but my great grandmother's funeral, in her will, she's like, and everyone in the family has to go buy a new suit for the funeral. So
Yeah.
we did that, and it took us so long to find me
Yeah,
something to wear because my shoulders are so broad.
Hip bend down, the whole shirt just rips. Ah, damn it again. What do you
Not
mean again? It's like the
again.
5th time this has happened.
Mm-hmm. That's hilarious. Because the internet is being so finicky tonight, I am not going to pull up anything. So I mean, you'll pull up stuff, but
Yeah,
like,
I'll
we're
pull up
just
stuff.
gonna
I will
talk.
take care of it.
Yeah.
On the note of the that line, the gore line, do either of you remember where that's from? The original version of that.
Original version of what?
I don't.
The gore line. The gore is a pathway to many things.
Oh yeah, that's from Star Wars.
That is specifically Revenge of the Sith. And chat,
Yes.
Revenge of the Sith is back in theaters this week.
Specifically only
really?
this
Why?
week, right?
Because it's the 20th
Is it
anniversary.
like a celebration?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's really cool. Actually, knowing that now, I kind of want to do. Well, I've been doing a playthrough by Jedi Fallen Order. We're on, and then we're gonna move on to Jedi Survivor. But while we're playing those, I'm watching Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the animated series,
Mhm.
and we're gonna do all the prequels as well.
Mhm.
And-
Like I'm in a very Star Wars mood right now.
As am I. And here's something I have to bring it. I've got to find it. And we're gonna watch it. Or at least I am. I don't know about Akko. Let me find it.
Sadly.
It might be on YouTube. Hayden.
Like for chat, for
Christensen.
those who don't know, I recently went to Disneyland, and thanks to my chat, I was able to go through Savvy's workshop. So I was able to make my own lightsaber, choose my color kyber crystal, and all that. So I've just been like, let's fucking go regarding Star Wars shit.
Okay, I
No.
can't find it. But in basically all their marketing material for Revenge of the Sith, the re-release of it, Hayden Christensen, like you'll see different clips, like different like bits of like marketing, and it's like different theaters like saying like what do you want, and it's like one of them was Hayden wearing like a suit drinking out of a Darth Vader mug and Star Wars popcorn bucket and other stuff. So Hayden's been
Oh my God, fuck
completely
yes.
on the marketing train.
He has. It was kind of funny to see a picture of him doing that.
And he went to a showing, I think either Friday or Saturday, and did like a whole speech in front of a theater before the movie actually started on his own dime, and actually brought Samuel L. Jackson out as well to
Really?
start it off. Yeah.
That's
So
interesting.
he's really like pushing like Revenge of the Sith on his own time. At least that's what it looks like it's going on. To be fair, like that movie is really kind of what launched his career.
I'm going to be honest with you. This is not anything against him. I really don't know what he's been in ever since then.
He was in Jumper. That was the last thing I know for a fact he was in.
Yeah.
What else has he been in lately? Hold on. I know he's obviously been in some of the Disney Star Wars stuff like Obi-Wan and Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm. Ava, one of my chatters says you can have the different designs of lightsabers in Fallen Order are based
Oh
off
yeah,
the ones
I'm
in the
already well
workshop.
aware. Yeah. No, we're looking for I got duty and resolve pieces. And so right now in Fallen Order, we're in the beginning. We're doing New Game Plus. But I
Oh.
have to find where in the map with like in the planets the specific pieces are. But right now I think I have 2 of 4 of the main pieces, and I have the right color lightsaber as well. In game has reflective to my actual. And you know what's funny? My Gigabyte Radeon graphics card. It came in this box with this foam padding that actually perfectly fits the hilt of my lightsaber. So I put it in there. It's like perfect. It's like a display level fucking thing, and I want to put this on the wall
That's
because
awesome.
it fits so good.
You know what's funny is I remember when I went to Universal because it was a family member's birthday back in the day. Don't remember which one. And we went to Universal, and I think I was the only family member that decided to get a Harry Potter wand. So now I have a Harry Potter wand. I
Oh
don't
my
pick it out
God,
of the
a
box,
Harry
but
Potter wand. Sorry, you just made me like geek out on a whole nother level. What the heck?
I think it's
a
actually Harry
wand.
Potter's wand now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh, is it?
so,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I would love to like. It would be cool if they did like an Ollivanders experience.
They do.
You
They
know what
do.
I
They
mean?
do. Yeah, you go
Oh,
in
do
there
they?
and yeah, that's how I think
Oh,
it's
like you
mostly
can make
geared
your
for
own wand.
kids.
It's not just like making Harry
No,
Potter's wand. You can
okay.
have your own wand.
You don't make a wand. The Ollivander
that's what
helps
I
you
mean.
choose a wand. Like they put you
Okay.
through the store and then they're like, "Oh, we'll help you pick out a wand," and then like it's all like silly and magical.
Do they
and
have it
shit.
where like you wave it and like something silly in the environment happens? Because that'd be pretty
Yes.
cool.
I think if I remember
Oh
correctly,
my
they do
God,
something
that's
like
so.
that.
Dude, I am so fucking down.
Yeah, I would love to go back one day. I have family members that live in Orlando, and no, not Orlando. Which one is Disney World in?
Disney World in Orlando.
Is it in Orlando?
Yeah.
Okay. because they told
Yeah,
me they
Disney
lived
World's in
close.
Orlando. Disneyland is in Anaheim.
Because they told me they live close to it, but I don't know if they live in Orlando. I just know they live close to Disney World. But they told me that Universal is also in that same area. So
yeah, it is.
they told me that there's a new experience coming out or is already out. I don't know specifically which, but they've been to Orlando recently, and my sister, I think, one of my sisters, excuse me, has one of those wands as well.
Then
Ava
boy
passes
asked
for the
me,
kid
"You gonna do
experience."
Hogwarts Legacy as well and make your wand on Wizarding mode?" I've already done a Hogwarts Legacy playthrough, although because I do have the 2D Live bottle and a new PC, I am thinking about doing Red Dead Redemption 2 and Hogwarts Legacy.
Really?
Just because, well, I was stuck doing literally the lowest possible settings,
Yeah.
recording it beforehand, and then streaming the recording and acting like I was playing. Like, that's how bad off my laptop was.
Yeah.
It took me to record 2 hours of gameplay to stream. It took me 6 hours of work. Now I
Ooh.
can just have my model up. I can have my fucking game. I can play it on a proper fucking graphic quality setting. And I bet my combat will even be better because I'm redoing Jedi Fallen Order with
Yeah.
a new PC, and holy shit, I'm fucking god tier. I haven't even died yet.
No, yeah. I definitely think that you will have an easier
I
time.
feel like Rock
will-
Lee when he drops his weights in Naruto. It's like, what's a little bit? Oh my god!
I will say, it is one of those games that even though you have a good PC and a good graphics card, it's still going to chomp a lot of your resources.
It's incredibly intensive. I don't know why it's as
Well, Hogwarts
intensive as it
Legacy?
is. Oh yeah.
I mean,
I think
I
it's
put it
poorly
on like
optimized.
medium settings. But like I was on 16 gigabytes of RAM. I was on a what was it? The equivalent of like a GTX 1060, but AMD. Like this thing was new when Skyrim was only a couple years old. And somehow it was playing Hogwarts Legacy on lowest settings decently, but like in mid 20s in terms of FPS. If I can up the scale to like medium and play at 60, I'm happy.
Yeah. The 10 series is very much considered like one of the best iterations of the NVIDIA GPUs. So I'm not
dude, that thing
surprised.
lasted so long. I mean, the 1060 was like relevant only up until like a couple generations ago, which is amazing longevity for a graphics card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, somebody was making a stupid post on Twitter, and I'm gonna roast them for it. You continue talking for a moment.
If I want to stream Knights of the Old Republic so bad. I've never truly played either of them, but they're so poorly optimized these days,
I've been
especially
getting
on PC.
a lot of requests to play Knights of the Old Republic as well.
Like, it makes me want to get the Switch version because at least I know that will work.
Is it really that poorly optimized? I mean, Star Wars of the Knights of the Old Republic is a pretty damn old game, isn't it?
That's the problem. That's why it's poorly optimized, because modern
so it's like compatibility issues.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
it's just
it
old.
reaches a point. Yeah, there's some games where it's just like it reaches a point where it's just like it's not bad because like they couldn't optimize it. It's bad because it's so old, and that's the problem with it.
Yep.
That makes sense. Although I am still running on Windows 10, so I might not have as much of an issue.
Oh, well.
Speaking of Windows 10,
are you about to have a surprise? You have until October.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I can go into the registry, edit, and apply my own security patches. I promise you, no.
Right.
Windows 7 support had dropped for well over 3 years before I actually switched to Windows 10. And I did my own security updates and my own fucking shit that Microsoft does on your behalf. That's the only thing that Microsoft is quote-unquote dropping. If you know how to do it yourself, you can keep Windows 10.
Oh, there you go, Tim. Sounds like she's got it covered.
I will literally hold on to Windows 10. Like, I'm hoping to hold on to Windows 10 until the next OS after 11 comes out. Because
I mean,
Microsoft has this weird pattern of like they come
one
out
bad,
with a
one good.
OS,
Yep.
bad. Yeah, exactly. So if I can just hold off until 12, I think I'm good.
See, both my desktop and my laptop are both Windows 11. I had no choice in the matter But even if I did, or even
My
if
laptop the laptop I bought came with Windows 11. I literally fucking hardware hacked that shit because they tried to hardline make it impossible installing Windows 10. No, I refuse. I got Windows 10 on that bitch. It might have hurt the hardware and damaged the longevity of the laptop because that thing's dead now. It died about the time my like final PC part came in. But no, Windows 10 or die right now.
fair.
Temp, I think you've got some competition for someone who knows how to do tech work now.
This definitely sounds like it. I'm holding out for SteamOS. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people holding out for SteamOS.
Is SteamOS using its own infrastructure
Yeah,
or is it like Linux?
it's Linux. It's Linux.
Yeah, I was thinking Linux.
The reason why people really want SteamOS is it's going to be the most game friendly Linux OS out there. Besides, I think Bazai.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah,
kind of
that
already
makes
is.
sense.
Yeah.
It's funny too because like he was like, guys, just switch to Linux at this point. You don't understand how lazy I am. I am lazy enough that I will go through the extra effort just to keep Windows 10 because I like how well it runs and everything. Even though, like, yeah, everything about my life right now, I should switch to Linux. But
Oh yeah.
that's more effort than I want. I don't want to learn how to be a VTuber on Linux. That sounds like a nightmare.
Oh yeah. No.
It probably is. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I wouldn't want to do that either. And I saw a comment about like, oh, the Steam Decks are expensive. Steam Decks are expensive, but if you're wanting a handheld or like a system specifically for
It's
games
cheaper than the
or
Switch
Steam,
now.
like, there you go.
Oh, Real Life Walnut just said, so you're telling me I can go back to 7? Not anymore. 7 is finally antiquated enough that you could use Microsoft's redistributable patches, 2016 and up, which means that you couldn't play games as old as Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. If you are trying to game on PC and Windows, Windows 7 just isn't an option anymore. And Windows 10 will eventually reach a point where it will, like, I can't do anything about it. So I do know that eventually I'm going to have to give up on Windows 10, but it's not October. Yeah.
I miss Windows 7. I miss Windows 7 too. I miss 10.
Dude, Windows 7
but
was so fucking good.
I miss 10.
So fucking
like,
good.
but,
I miss XP.
oh god.
Because XP you can do wild shit with. I remember I changed the start button to my name. It was so cool.
You will find this incredibly interesting. I built a Windows XP computer after Windows XP was end of life, specifically to play Fallout 3.
Oh my god, no way.
It still didn't work.
It still
It still didn't work.
So,
Fallout 3 is just a giant mess.
Which is why if you want to play Fallout 3, install Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas and install Tale of the Two Wastelands. So it will play through all of the fucking shit in Fallout 3 with Fallout New Vegas' engine. It's way fucking better.
And like 3 kind of works now. But it's only kinda.
Oh, speaking of,
Only kinda.
Oblivion is finally back. With the remastered. But do you think they're gonna try and remaster Fallout 3?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah?
I do.
Do you think I hate to say it, but like I'm totally gonna play that. Like, I'm sorry. I love Fallout 3
I
as
think
like a
I
story
pissed
and
Cree
everything.
off today.
So to see an updated one, yummy. Like with the optimization issues that Oblivion Remastered does have, it's annoying, but I am overall glad they managed to capture the original spirit of Oblivion.
I
had the same feelings going through just a tutorial.
I actually managed to fix Oblivion today.
Yeah, you were having issues with Oblivion. Did we want to get into it?
Sure.
Let's talk about that.
I actually updated the BIOS. So, okay. I was on the fence of like, okay, it might be my motherboard. Like, I need to update the BIOS. But I wasn't 100% certain. And then I went to go do my Abiotic Factor stream yesterday. And that was then having issues. It gave me the exact same error as well for Oblivion. So, okay. So, they're both UE5 based. It is definitely the motherboard. So I updated the motherboard BIOS this morning. Both are working perfectly fine. In fact, I played enough Oblivion.
You just reminded me. I just installed this motherboard. I don't think I'd actually installed any BIOS updates or anything. So keep talking. I'm gonna look into that because that might be my problem.
Yeah,
Are you
absolutely.
having issues as well?
So, well, see, you should do that anyway. But that was the thing that actually threw me on the fence about the BIOS to begin with. Was like everyone's like, oh, okay, well, the BIOS could be a thing because of the 13th and 14th gen CPUs.
Oh, yep, right here, new
But-
update available.
But my concern with that was AMD CPUs were also experiencing this issue. So like, well, it might not be. But you know, it's definitely worth the attempt anyway.
Well, that's the thing is I am an AMD CPU and
Yep.
everything, so it's got an AM4 and 5 socket and everything. So I think
Yeah, I think yours is
all this
AM5.
efforts I'll report back after the podcast. But I'm hoping that this pending update for the BIOS is will at least fix some of it. I know there's another mod too that removes it removes lumens and you get like 20 FPS.
Yes.
Instantly.
So,
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's one mod that's all it does is turn off lumens and boom, 20 FPS.
Yep. I actually
That's
went ahead.
interesting.
I got far enough to finish my first Oblivion gate today. So
Oh, did you really?
that shows that it's
How
actually
was
working.
Oblivion remastered? Like, how was inside Oblivion?
It is gorgeous.
Oh, I can't wait! I can't wait.
Where
So
is
how does
Morrowind
Oblivion
remaster?
was
Morrowind needs
Morrowind remastered? Look, that's
Morrowind
gonna
needs
be
a
hard
remake.
because Morrowind is traditionally like an old style RPG. Like it feels more like to me like a TTRPG
Oh yeah,
than an actual RPG. Now it is, but it just like to translate that to like how people are used to gaming nowadays is gonna be very difficult in my opinion.
absolutely. The major problem with like Morrowind is definitely beloved, but I would. Oh god, the model just did the Ahiga face. Oh god. Anyway.
Sorry. Okay.
Morrowind would need a flat out like remake from the ground up, not like
Honestly,
what.
I can't wait to see Skywind.
Yes, I think that will definitely be when people are gonna finally sit down and play Morrowind for the first time. I would actually
Dude, I'm gonna tell you guys
equate.
right now, like how magic is approached in Morrowind, how like everything is way more hardcore in Morrowind. Like
Yeah.
you're dealing with fucking gods and flying and immortality and like Skyrim and Oblivion don't got shit on like Morrowind and how they approach the magic system.
Morrowind is more niche than Oblivion. Oh yeah, I'd have modern gamers would not like Oblivion. Yeah, I would probably equate Morrowind to like classic Persona. And then Oblivion, I would say Skyrim is around like Persona 5 in terms of like, oh, it like launched the series into new heights. But Oblivion was like that Persona 3 and 4 era of like this was when it started for a lot of people.
Right.
I think a Daggerfall remake would be really cool.
Morrowind is Flight, yeah. I have Morrowind, and I've tried playing Morrowind on several occasions, but it is equally old as dirt.
It's a challenge.
It's not that it's a challenge. It's just it's the same problem that Knights of the Republic has, where it's just so old that modern PCs just kind of choke on it.
Well, that's what I mean. This one, like, I tried to play Fallout 1 or 2. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, just my Zoomer brain literally just melted. As well as my PC trying to figure out what the fuck I was trying to do to it. It's like, what? Okay, I'm brand new for this world, and you give me like a 28-year-old Dane.
Yep.
Like this is grooming on a whole nother level.
Oh my gosh.
I would suck for a new Vegas remake. Here's
Oh
the
my God,
problem with New
oh.
Vegas.
And I want a New Vegas sequel.
No. Mm-mm. No. After the
Why?
Fallout show,
Made by Obsidian.
no, absolutely not. After
Why
Avowed,
not?
I don't trust them for anything.
Oh, Avowed.
And they tried
Tim
doing
Cook.
it again with Outer Worlds, and Outer Worlds also, in my opinion, kind of sucked.
I never even picked it up. I'll give a
So
shit about Outer Worlds.
yeah,
But
and
Obsidian did Grounded though, and Grounded's a lot of fun.
well, it is also
is.
different teams.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
the way that things are today, even because Obsidian's owned by Microsoft, which means even if they were to do New Vegas, they'd have Bethesda in their back pocket, and Bethesda is trying to push a new canon for New Vegas with the TV show, and that's got
That's
people
true.
on a problem. So either a remake could be bad, or a sequel might end up being bad, or like the problem is that
maybe not a sequel actually taking place in the Mojave, but like, here's what I want. Interplay originally, their idea for Fallout 3, which was going to be their first 3D game, because Fallout 1 and 2 were isometric.
yeah,
But Fallout 3 for Interplay was going to take place in Flagstaff. We're going to see a fully fleshed out like culture of the Legion, like and like what it's like back home, not
Mhm.
on the warfront and shit like that. Like
Yeah.
in terms of what I mean by a successor to New Vegas, I mean that original setup and stuff like that. Because Obsidian, when they made New Vegas and introduced the HCR and the Legion had already been in the works since Interplay. So I would love to see an expansion on that kind of shit, to see those original ideas as they were, not what Obsidian has become.
yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
See, I think I could have trusted Obsidian to do it if it wasn't for Avowed. Like Outer Worlds, I know I just said it sucked, but it was them trying to do it again with a fresh IP without
Mm-hmm.
like the buildup of
Well,
like
Tim tried to do that, and
You
it just didn't gain the same level of attraction that Fallout had. You know, at
Chat
that
asks
point,
that if you
even
trust Bethesda.
after Starfield, I don't trust them.
I told,
No.
I don't, I told. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't bring myself to say I trust Bethesda.
See,
Even though I love Bethesda just because, like, the first game I ever pre-ordered and showed up to the midnight release to, I was like 11 years old, and it was Skyrim. 11, 11,
Yep.
11. I'll never fucking forget that shit. But I remember mammoths fucking falling from the sky. I remember being love tapped by a giant and being launched into fucking space. Like,
oh yeah, so do I.
like, the bugs have always been present with Bethesda games, and the modding community of Bethesda has always come in to help. So one big critique I have is one, the fact that in Living Remastered you have an EULA, and two, in that EULA, it forbids the use and implementation of mods. What the fuck are you thinking of? I don't care if a French company was outsourced here. Bethesda, you need to fucking fix that. Like this, the modding scene is the cornerstone of your community and your reputation as a gaming company. It's
Yeah.
the only thing holding you up still.
It's kind of sad to think that you need a mod team in order to make the game enjoyable for a lot
That's
of
been
people.
the problem with Bethesda, and it really showed with Starfield. Because even the modders were like, this is a pile of garbage. I refuse to work on this, and abandoned it.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that is pretty
like,
damn sad.
Don't get me wrong. Once GTA 6 comes out this year, the next game taking that this came out before X game will be Elder Scrolls 6. It does not matter what Bethesda does. Elder Scrolls 6 will sell millions. Period.
Oh yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thought process with GTA 6.
Mm-hmm.
You know, GTA 6 could underperform quite a bit. It's still going to sell a fucking like they are going to make their money back.
When you say it took until Starfield to stop trusting Bethesda, my first Bethesda game was Skyrim.
Oh, you too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm trying to think. It probably was Skyrim for me too.
No, it was
like
Skyrim for you because
later.
we had to like both. 20,
oh no, for
20,
me it was
wow.
Oblivion.
Thanks for making me feel old. It wasn't 20 years.
Okay, 10 years.
Occo, it was 10 years back in 2021.
14 years ago. 14 good old years ago.
See, a
if
game
I'm sure it will.
a game I want to like so bad is Elder Scrolls Online.
You know, I have that game. It was gifted to me. I still have not installed it. I'm scared of playing it.
No, I get that. God, I've tried playing it so many times, but something about it just doesn't feel like Elder Scrolls.
Skyrim? But yeah, it does it. It does.
My other problem with it,
I get the same feel as 76.
yeah, exactly. And I know that people praise Elder Scrolls Online. I know it. People like it, and there's a reason why they do. So I always am like, I kind of want to get back into it. But then they're like, we're going to have like a new expansion or new DLC like every few months, but you got to pay us a sub on our not sub game.
Oh yeah, the subscription-based play. I hate that shit.
I don't mind subscription-based play because I still play Final Fantasy 14 and I'm happily pay for a sub for that game because it's fantastic. The problem is you can get everything for just a base price. But then there's also the sub, which has shit tied to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's kind of like
look, I will if I play this game and I'm like happily into it, I can say this because I finally dropped Destiny yesterday. We finished it. It's done. It's uninstalled.
Congratulations.
If Bethesda came, I did, and I got back over 100-something gig, and it's wonderful. But if Bethesda came out and said, okay, so here's your yearly expansion. Look, okay, here's like 30, 40, $50 depending on the size. Fine. And then here's like your entire year of content. It's like, okay, here's a $30 season pass for the year. On top of me. I know that sounds greedy, but you gotta consider
$30
like
for a year? No, I would pay that.
well, like you still have the expansion cost on top of the season pass.
And I pay for Fallout First. Like in Fallout First, I think it's $12.99 a month. Which is like, holy shit. I don't pay it all the time, but I get into 76 in spurts, like a couple months at a time. So yeah, when I play 76, I don't like public lobbies. I like a private lobby, and there's some other things that I'll pay for. So I don't mind subplay as well. I am wary of games like locking too much content behind a subscription.
ESO was originally supposed to be completely subscription like 14. It was probably 14 and WoW that got them to stop it. Because why would people play for ESO when 14 and WoW both exist? And then once they dropped the sub cost, at least as far as like to play the game at all, that's when you started seeing player counts spike for the game.
Yeah.
But then like, oh, you have your Plus membership, and that Plus membership. Wait a second, hold on.
Are you what?
No, I'm dumb. Okay.
How?
I didn't realize that they were doing this now. They actually do have a content pass for like the year for ESO.
Oh, do they really?
It's $50.
Okay, that's a little higher than I imagined, but it's still. What is that?
Okay.
A month, like $50.
That's 14 player count is bleeding now. Not as bad as some people think. It's only lower because
look, with WoW and with 14 and those other games, there's always going to be a group of people. Oh, it's dead. Oh, it's going to die any day now. It's going to die any month. No, it's not. It's been around for fucking decades, okay? You show me proof that it's actually dead, and I will show you the card numbers every day.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never played WoW. I've never played Final Fantasy 14. But I can tell you right now, a dead game is when there's nobody on the servers and the company shuts down the server and you're sad because you and a group of people love that fucking game, but it doesn't exist anymore.
Well,
that's
also,
a dead game.
Something about 14 that people don't ever seem to realize is the director of the game, Yoshi P, or Naoki Yoshida, for those who don't know, that's what the moniker he goes by.
We just say Yoshi P.
Yeah, Yoshi P, he actually, to kind of go on that, he ran that meme for like over a year because he calls himself Yoshi P for 14, but in their marketing for Final Fantasy 16, he would call himself Naoki Yoshida, and he would constantly go back and forth of like, well, like as of like Naoki Yoshida was a different person versus Yoshi P.
Yeah.
people
I've
constantly
heard many people
memed.
try and say Final Fantasy 14 is dead or dying. Is it bleeding? Fine, an argument can probably be made for that, but bleeding isn't dead or dying.
See, the major problem with 14 is people are mad because we had a mediocre expansion, at least as far as its story. But the last time we had a mediocre expansion was Stormblood, and people still played. And Yoshi P, on record, multiple times has come out and said, if you need to take a break, you want to stop playing, stop playing. That's fine. Come back when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if you sub for 2 months and you let the game lapse for a month, they'll just pause your sub until you log in next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14 is suffering from the Infinity War effect. The main story finished, and now we start on the fresh new story. You want to give us on life support? Destiny 2. No, yeah. 14.
Destiny 2 is probably on life support, yeah.
14 will
I
be
expect it to
fine
shut down.
long term. I think 14 will be fine
Yes.
because,
Probably.
especially with patch 7.2, and I know some people might disagree with me on this, patch 7.2 really took what people didn't like about Dawn Trail and said, okay, don't worry about it then, and just focus the entire story of patch 7.2 on what people liked about the expansion. So 7.2, in my opinion,
Wait,
was a
is
great story.
FF11 still going?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I just if 11 is still going still, then yeah, 14 I think is gonna be just fine in the long run.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be just fine.
14 is gonna be fine. Like, oh no, we're in an off year. Anyway, I'll still pay for the next expansion.
Games
I'm
that
still
are
gonna
this
give them the
long
money.
running. Well, it's funny to me because some people will take the longevity of a game and go, "Well, see this, no game can last this long, so it has to fail." Well, these games have lasted this long, and to me, that's a testimony to their replayability, their longevity, their ability to engage their audience. I mean, hell, MommaOcco
Mhm.
every what is it,
Oh,
8,
gosh.
9 months will get a little search of activity, but it's a pretty much I mean, as far as dead games go, it's pretty close to dead, but it still has a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So it's just when people I feel like people are coping or just being unnecessarily like mean at a game for some reason when they go, "Oh, it's fucking dead. It's gonna run out of money any day now." It's like, guys, just calm down. It's okay the game's a success and continues to be a success.
No, like, and if people want to dip out of the story, like,
Dip out, it's fine.
yeah, that's fine. But I did a video about 14 several months ago. No, it was like 2 months ago. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I showed the player counts on Steam alone were like bottoming out at like 19,000. I'm like, that's Steam alone. That doesn't count the consoles or the base PC platform. That's just Steam, and that's pretty high for a game in like in a kind of lull period because we're done with content for that patch cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So 19,000 in a lull period is really good.
That means that people are still doing a lot of stuff with it.
Exactly. So 14 is gonna be fine, and like other games like Destiny's going to die. I promise you that it is going to die.
Yes. It's only a matter of time. I'm surprised that they have still planned the next expansion based off of like whatever. I have no idea how they've gotten approving to do that.
Elder Scrolls Online is gonna be fine. Fallout 76 will be fine because they constantly add content to these games. New World, I'm a little concerned about. I don't ever see the New World team adding content.
No, probably not.
Guild Wars 2 is getting almost regular expansions now. Guild Wars 1 is still running. It's not getting content, but it's still running. I mentioned some people mentioned Star Trek Online. That's still running. Sword is still running. The dev team for that one Disney MMO. Oh god.
I know kind of which one you're talking about.
The one you like.
Toontown?
Yeah, that one. While Disney did abandon it, it is still
Disney
getting
killed it.
it is still getting content from a fan team.
Yeah.
I even saw someone mention Star Wars: The Old Republic is still going because Disney owns IP and the game is loot box filled with items. I know Star Wars: The Old Republic is also considered a really good game. My problem with The Old Republic is a lot of its monetization. Like, it is in the similar field of like the Elder Scrolls Online, where it's like, oh, it's a you can just play it, but that sub cost really starts kind of trying to like creep its way in there, because they even lock like the ability to like take your character's helmet off behind the subscription cost, and that's disgusting to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I know a lot of people, especially like pre-Disney people, love The Old Republic because it doesn't shit on George Lucas's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, that's the nice thing about the Old Republic too, is Star Wars, like as a universe, has a lot of fucking eras to
Yeah.
play with, and George Lucas's film series only focuses on one small part of one era.
Well, two.
So the Old Republic gets well, that too, really, yes. But the Old Republic goes, guys, this is what was happening way before any of this even fucking was thought of. Like, it doesn't matter. It's really nice because you get a lot more to play with because you have your own era. Things, culture, everything can be done as differently as you wanted, and it doesn't intrude on the canon of George Lucas's original idea. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're kind of bouncing around topics. I'm noticing we're doing that.
That's fine. You know, this is a
That's
podcast
my
format.
ADHD.
But before we actually do have Star Wars on the docket because of the Andor grape scene.
Yeah, so I
Wait,
talked
what?
to family about
No, no.
this.
What?
I want to keep in mind for anyone that doesn't understand what I mean by grape. That is censor speak.
Just say rape, man. Just say it's a rape scene.
Just say it, but gee,
Just
I have to
fucking
look
say
this
it.
up. An Andor rape scene? What the
So
fuck?
in episode 3, the final scene of the 3rd episode that came out, there was a rape scene.
Was it really?
Yes. And people are
What?
pissed.
Oh, okay. Well,
But
okay,
they're-
Tell
okay.
Lumi
Why?
so that she
Because
can
it
watch the
happened?
show.
So this is just another 101 on how people just do not understand how media literacy works. I see. Sorry. I don't like those things very much either, but like if they're allowed to be explored in fiction. And you
but
get
see-
to be fucking upset
see,
about that shit.
My problem with it, one, it doesn't really fit Star Wars. But the other side of it is this is on Disney Plus, which is constantly watched by kids.
Yeah, you know what? That is
Might be an issue there.
very fucking fair. But then you like, Jesus, that's a hard one because
Like you had the adult themes in like even George
Yes.
Lucas stuff, like the Anakin killing the kids in Minecraft.
That's pretty adult, not gonna lie.
Jesus,
But
I always
they-
fucking forget about that.
They literally like they show Anakin, putting out his lightsaber,
Well, how
and
about
then they- and then
Amidala
they-
fucking grooming Anakin?
and then they go to the next scene. They implied that's what he did.
Yeah,
They
they
didn't
implied
show
it, and
it.
then didn't they show little on the hologram? They showed like a little scene of him moving around and kids
Yes.
dying.
Yes.
Like it's a brief second, but
what
yeah, I think touching on it was
actually-
this like
I actually found out
was
that
this
scene.
like a drawn out, really just gross scene? But because I will say this, Star
yeah.
Wars, as far as I know, it's never really approached rape as a theme to explore. Even in the expanded universe, that's not a common thing that happens, as that I can even think of. So yeah, it's a little weird for Disney to go, hey, let's do an entire rape scene put it on Disney Plus for kids to stumble across.
Mhm.
Is it like an
Jesus.
uncensored adult scene?
Like even the character. Let me see if I can find the actual image. I don't know if I can show it. Anakin did fucking what? No, yeah. If anyone watched the Revenge of the Sith, he killed a lot the younglings.
Yeah, he killed like what was it, 12, 13
Yeah,
freaking
he
young
killed a lot
like,
of them.
before they were in battle once.
No, they were
Mr.
just
Anakin,
younglings.
what do we do? And he literally he ignites his lightsaber. The kid goes back a little bit, and it cuts. And then later you see Obi-Wan stumble across the surveillance footage of that, and Obi-Wan literally witnesses Anakin just slaughtering children.
Yeah.
So what Temp is saying is
so,
they should have
that
had the guy unzip his pants and fade to black. I think that might have been a little better, admittedly.
Yeah,
Probably.
no, it would have been. It's just Jesus.
The problem is you got to consider the time of like what is acceptable. And I think honestly, having a rape scene in Star Wars, which is something that we've never really did before, which is already kind of like, but why would you do this? After the Acolyte, it's not a good look. Like, let me see. Do I have? I think I put the stuff in our docket for that. Let me pull it up. In fact, here is a post from Star Wars Theory, and he said, sexual assault in Star Wars feels unnecessary. You can portray power dynamics and make the audience hate the Empire other ways without taking it to such a disgusting place. And I know some people have given him shit for this, but I do agree with him. He said Vader wouldn't tolerate that shit, nor does the Empire condone it. It has no place in Star Wars. Period. Unnecessary. And he actually did make a post about it, like
it's like they're Nazis, but they're not savages.
Well, that he even went on to make a post, and let me see if I can find the post that he made. I can scroll down to his Twitter because he literally does not post like anything bad. He said, "When I say this, people need to understand this about Vader. He wasn't pure evil like Palpatine. He turned to the dark side and promise of unforgivable acts, unlocking his true power through pain and rage. He needed this power to save his wife. This was the lie Palpatine sold him. He didn't enjoy killing younglings. He didn't enjoy the things he did. He used the pain and the rage in his heart to move his sword. The pain the Jedi caused him from neglect, with not allowing him to save his mother, from holding him back, glazing him to restricting him. Anakin cried for it. He cried because he remembered the boy he once was and how far away from that he had to become now on Mustafar. This is all documented in the books and lore. Vader hated the world because he hated his situation. He hated the Jedi. He hated Palpatine. And most of all, he hated himself for losing her. George wrote Vader as a very sad, tragic character. His actions were a direct cause of his impatience and lust for power and control. Yeah, no, Vader would have never condoned it.
Cool. Yeah, what's really cool to me though is if you watch Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the animated series, you get to see Anakin slow, like his like fall to the dark side is not as abrupt or out of left field as people tend to criticize Episode 3 as being. Like, what the heck? 'Cause suddenly he's killing children. It's just like, no, this was a slow burn over the course of years of an intense fucking war.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and
that it gives you a lot more context if you go through that series as
exactly.
well.
And there are ways that maybe it could have been avoided. One of them was Qui-Gon training him instead of Obi-Wan. But
Probably,
here's it. Obi-Wan was a brother. Qui-Gon was the
father. Yeah, no,
and I would
agreed.
say, Qui-Gon is more like in line with the grid.
But-
like honestly, I think in the absence of Qui-Gon, Mace Windu should have taken on Anakin's training.
I think that might have been worse.
Mace Windu could have actually he would have allowed him to control and vet the dark side properly through Mace Windu's unique fighting style.
That was the other problem as well. If they allowed him to like have his feelings, have ways to get that frustration out or something like that, that it would have helped. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you also need to consider, and I don't know if this has actually been talked about.
Mace Windu is he was a hard ass. He didn't trust Anakin yet, but when push came shove, Anakin came, exposed Palpatine's like, all right, look, I believe you. Let me take care of this. If this is all true and stuff, you'll get the right master. You have my trust. Like, I feel like if Mace Windu oversaw his training, Anakin would have been a lot more well-adjusted because Mace Windu wouldn't have fucking coddled him. And Obi-Wan coddled the shit out of Anakin.
He did.
Yeah.
He just did.
We also, I don't know if this was talked about in the books. I think it might have been, but I don't know. That it's also possible that Qui-Gon may have never actually trained him. Because after he died, he definitely learned some stuff, and you need to consider the idea that maybe it wouldn't have mattered because him becoming Vader was part of the whole chosen one thing.
That's true. It's like, this little prophecy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're saying that he had no choice in the matter?
Exactly. Like,
No, Anakin was
well,
born of the Force. He
yeah.
was literally Space Jesus.
Exactly. And you consider this is that like Anakin's the chosen one, but is he the chosen one because that was what he was going to do, or was he the chosen one because of Luke?
You were chosen to kill all
Yeah,
those
actually,
younglings.
that's true. Well, there's
'Cause, like-
you've been personally chosen to slaughter a bunch of younglings. How do you plead? Oh, well, perhaps, damn. Threaten me with a good time, ignites lightsaber. Oh my god.
I'll fucking do it again.
But yeah, so yeah, people went on to talk about the episode and went to say, watch Andor season 2, and yep, it's real. An Imperial officer tries to rape Bix using the power dynamic that she's an illegal, and he can deport her. It's beyond fucking retarded and doesn't belong in Star Wars.
That's crazy.
And you need to remember that Andor is a prequel to Rogue One.
Oh, is it really? Okay.
And in fact, I think the creator of the show came out and said that shocking assault scene and said, we're all the product of rape.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, Jesus Christ, that's a lot to unpack.
Yep. And this post goes to say, this is violent and true. Talk about anti-male propaganda and rewriting history to justify modern debauchery. Congrats, Disney. You officially distribute rape to minors.
I mean,
And that's the problem, is like...
yeah, there's not an adult-only section of Disney Plus. I stream from Disney Plus every night. Two people who have Disney Plus, so that's right, Disney, can't sue me. We all are paying you to consume. We just consume at the same time.
Yep.
Anyway, but that being said, there's no age gate. There's none of that. Like Gary, like one of the first things that comes up to me is the Star Wars stuff. So I guarantee you, I could have gotten to Andor. I could have found that no matter my hates, and they don't have an age gate on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, yeah, exactly. And that's the problem. It's like,
No, the show is obviously not for minors if they showed up freaking rape scene.
well, and this is the thing is like, if this was like HBO or like an adult channel on TV, it'd be considered different. Also, it'd be considered different if we're on Star Wars. But this is both Star Wars and Disney Plus.
And this isn't like the rare exception like go Wolverine and Deadpool, you know, where it's like, okay, well, this is a rated R movie, like you know what you're getting into, all that shit, right?
Exactly.
No, this is in a show, and we're just throwing this bitch like smack dab in the get prepared to be surprised with it.
Well, like even
like, that's
even like R-rated stuff, like Deadpool and Wolverine is an R-rated movie. All the Deadpool movies are R-rated, but nothing about them is so horrendously bad that a kid with supervision couldn't watch it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, okay, we'll explain what the 5 says. Qui-Gon Jinn is nowhere near a great Jedi. He's a perfect Jedi. It's also where the Jedi should have been, and they weren't corrupted by politics and self-inflicted rules. So here's the problem. The Grey Jedi are exactly that. Uncorrupted by self-inflicted politics and rules and stuff like that. The Jedi are just that. They're not evil, but they're not good either. They are in between. They have a lot of justifications. They separate Force-sensitive users from their mothers to like monk monastery shit, which they show time and time again doesn't always work. Ahsoka Tano, Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn actually very frequently butted heads with the council because the council thought things should be done traditionally, and Qui-Gon Jinn had a lot of ideas above his quote-unquote station, which is why he fits the bill of Great Jedi to me far more than the actual Jedi, because that is the thing. The Jedi have been corrupted through power.
What?
What?
Sorry, it just sounded like Ava was like speaking some alien language for like half a second. Anakin was the chosen one because Plagueis and Palpatine tried to manipulate the Force, and Anakin was the Force's response to their machinations. Yes. That was, yes.
Oh, very good point.
I know in the Disney version of that, they actually tried pulling the idea that Palpatine mind raped Shmi and created Anakin with her through the Force without her knowing it.
Holy shit! Fucking wait.
See, when we talk about
what?
rape in
Is
Star
this a
Wars,
thing?
Yeah. Like, she never knew that Palpatine tried to do that, but he tried.
when we talk about rape in Star Wars, chat, only happened in Andor.
Yeah. This was like one of the comics, I believe, that this happened. It was
So it's
definitely
not real.
post-Disney. Post-Disney buying them.
I just want to know whose crazy fetish it is for them to include a rape scene in Andor.
Yeah, no, really. Lesbian space witches.
Yeah, no,
Don't
that
get
was
me
a,
started on
that
Andor.
writer somewhere went, look, we really need this in for political commentary. Yeah, that's it. Dude, I can see you jerking off under the table.
Like, you want to talk about that there,
So,
sir?
Women writers. I think the writer for Andor is a guy, actually.
Oh, that makes it even
Yeah,
funnier.
no shit. But,
Hold on, I'm gonna turn that off so like we don't, just in case. Andor. Who did Andor?
It would be funnier if it was a dude.
Showrunner
also make-
is Tony Gilroy. What has he done?
Holy shit, that is hilarious.
Oh, he did the Armageddon. Oh, he did the Bruce Willis Armageddon movie. That was a good movie.
Is that like a good movie?
Yeah. Oh, he did the Bourne trilogy. Yeah, and he's doing Andor.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
Kind of makes sense now. Interesting.
So yeah. Yeah, it's not
it's
helping.
just me says, they've tackled dark subjects like genocide, war, slavery, and all that, but you can get away with that stuff for your audience as long as it's not too explicit. Sure, you can, but here's the problem. This goes to the criticism that Disney should have never tried to acquire Star Wars in the first place. It's just not, it's not Disney. You know, Star Wars it can have much more darker themes that just don't match most of what Disney has
Exactly.
presented.
Like, a lot of Star Wars is incredibly dark. But I would almost even call them on the same lines of like grim dark, like Warhammer or like
yeah,
Destiny.
or like Cyberpunk even.
Exactly. But they don't go that far. Like, that's implied. Like, there's even the show that we talked about a few weeks ago on Nightwave about Star Wars Underworlds, where it was supposed to be like Boba Fett and the other bounty hunters in like the depths of Coruscant and like, you know, basically the underworld. That was originally, as far as what we were told from George Lucas, was supposed to be incredibly dark. You know, it actually was going to have some of the darkest themes Star Wars is ever going to have. And people want that. They just don't want this. And that's the problem. Because when you try to do like a sexual assault scene or a rape scene, like anything like that, then it starts feeling childish, because then it's not, and I don't mean that like it is childish to do that, but
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of what was it, season 5 or 6 of The Walking Dead. The scene involving Carl. It's yes, we know that can happen, but there's really no need to put this much of a highlight on that particular thing. It could be lightly touched on. It can be implied. Star Wars Episode 3 does a very good job of that. But when you just like that scene with Carl, if I remember, it goes on for like 3-4 minutes. It's so fucking uncomfortable. Makes people sick to their stomach and stuff. It's like, okay, you made a statement here, but was that statement worth making in this environment? Look, yeah.
No, that's exactly the problem too. Is like, you can tell a really dark scene, but do you have to tell it? Like, it almost feels like sexual assault scenes are designed to be a cop out.
Yeah,
because of like, we can't think of a dark scene.
The absolute politicalness of the scene, right? Like, a border officer freaking exploiting someone trying to enter the border and getting sick. Like, it's just such. It's like, yeah, okay. Like, I didn't come to watch Star Wars to see shit that I read about in the
Like
news.
I'm
Like,
watching
come on.
Star Wars, not Law and Order.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yes, exactly. Like, yeah, if I wanted to watch this kind of shit, I'd watch Law and Order or something. I wouldn't be watching fucking Star Wars.
Exactly.
Show me Baby Yoda, goddammit.
Yeah, exactly. The rape in a space opera doesn't fit. Like literally, even Slanesh doesn't get into it. And that's straight grim dark. I don't know about it not fitting. It's just there are ways to tell a better story.
Yeah, it's
Like, you can have
not
that stuff
it's not
happen.
fitting, it's just they didn't. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's. I think in one of the 3 of the new things, there's a couple like darker scenes like that, but they're fast and they're overshadowed by some of the absurdity of the choices that just the development of those films. But it's not like how this scene's being reported.
Exactly. And the fact that what I'm hearing is that this scene is literally like written as if like this is trying to
You know,
clap
a
at
random
Trump.
aside, but I kind of would love to watch a Law and Order like Jedi Victims Unit or something. It's like the Jedi operating as detectives and shit.
See, honestly, okay. I hate Law and Order. I despise Law and Order like with every fiber of my being. Because
Yeah, no,
that
I do
was
too. It's
all
I
my
would do it
mother
to
would
laugh
watch.
at.
So
Oh
like
no, I'm so sorry.
she would like play it on repeat, and she did this for several years. Like I go to bed and the walls are thin,
Yeah.
so I would be able to hear Law and Order through the wall.
My grandma used to have at her house this DVD player, and it would play maybe one of you, because you guys are a little older, would know what this show is from, but she'd have the DVD menu playing of this come on, knock on my door.
Mhm.
We've been waiting for you. I'm forgetting what the name of the show is because it's a really old show. But that part of the DVD opening would just play on repeat in there.
Yeah.
She would never actually play the show. She just played the on like I will kill anyone if I hear that song. I just like it's an activation phrase now. I'm a sleeper agent. I will destroy the world if I hear that song play.
No, yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. So yeah, I don't know. I can't stomach Law and Order. Like if it were up to me, I would just get rid of it entirely. But
Three's Company. That's the
Yeah,
name
that
of
was
the
it.
show. Sorry.
Yeah.
in the goddamn walls. Yeah. When Akko visited,
They're
Akko
in
got
the
to
fucking
experience
wall.
it. Because even when Akko visited, this was back in like 2021, 2022, Akko
Yeah.
would get to experience the constant Law and Order as well. That's
I didn't
why,
really pay attention to it. You're just like super duper jaded about it, I feel like.
to be fair, I lived with it for several years. That with her specifically, it was always a treat whenever she watched like Anna Green Gables or Once Upon a Time or, you know, Criminal Minds. Because at least then
Oh,
it's
Once
like,
Upon a Time. That's the one with the change on the fairy tales, right?
yes. And like the town and that,
Yeah, the town of Storybrooke. Oh my
Yep.
god, I'm sorry, you just activated core memory. Holy shit. Oh my god, the memories are flooding into my brain.
I didn't watch much of Law and Order. Period. It
So-
just wasn't interesting to me, and my family watched Project Runway.
mm. Oh. But that was all we had for the Star Wars scene. I figured we should bring it up, considering it was, you know, one of the hot
Yeah.
topic things for this week.
Yeah, you know what actually what I love about my model?
Hmm.
Like, my model looks like I could be a Jedi or I could be a fantasy elf.
Yeah.
Like, I want an
Fantasy
asset where
elf.
it's just a little, like, it's my Jedi, it's my, lightsaber of my hilt. That'd be cool.
But yeah, no,
I can
so
definitely see it.
Three's Company, we talk about Destiny. So when I know some people I mentioned Destiny and said we were like, oh, what did Hassan do this time? I talking about the game, the Bungie game, not
Oh my gosh. Yeah, not the streamer
Yeah,
Destiny.
the
Nobody cares about the
headset.
streamer Destiny.
No,
He's gone back
Destiny is
to being
extremely
a-
irrelevant.
He's gone back to just being irrelevant and pretending that he didn't accidentally leak nudes of women.
Yep.
And his fans are okay with it now.
But yeah, so back to the topic of Oblivion, because we definitely
They said we're never not okay with it.
glazed over it. So Bethesda,
Yeah, we did.
People were wondering what was going to happen to Sky Oblivion once the Oblivion remaster came out. And it was like, oh god, the Oblivion remaster is just going to make Bethesda pull a Nintendo and DMCA the Sky Oblivion team, and then Sky Oblivion wouldn't exist anymore, because that's a very Nintendo tactic. But Bethesda actually came out, and instead of doing that, both teams were like, we're happy to work side by side. And in fact, Bethesda even gifted the entire Sky Oblivion dev team copies of Oblivion Remastered. The entire team.
Uh-huh.
So this is already a highlight, and people are actually using Oblivion Remastered to clap back at Nintendo right now. Because
like it's an example of what they should be doing.
Well, because, and this is the major bit, is Oblivion Remastered, even if you don't want to get the deluxe edition, is $50.
Yeah, I do
So-
like the price point of Oblivion.
I do too. Like, even if you want to get the deluxe edition and being $60, like the deluxe edition already includes some like extra just bonus shit. Like, it's just fun stuff if you want to give them extra money. It's nothing.
The deluxe edition only includes the horse army.
Well, it also includes some other minor like weapons. I think it also has new quests for
Doesn't
unique
the base
Akatosh.
edition
And
include all the DLCs?
yes, it does. Every one of them.
That's fucking base.
So
That's
for
extremely
$50, they updated the game. There's new voice lines, and there's all the DLC for $50. And then people saw that and went like, "Hey, Nintendo, why is Breath of the Wild 70? Sorry, no, 90? Because there's just no reason for this to be 90."
Yeah. Kind of dumb, not gonna lie.
And I noticed some people have been kind of treating Oblivion like some people treated Baldur's Gate 3. And not in the sense of like, this is the gold standard, but of like,
this is a return to form.
This is like a return to form. This is, devs need to look at this and go, this is okay. This is acceptable. That's not.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, one of my biggest things is the fact that they didn't have a release date. They weren't fucking crazy advertising this. Oh, hey, this date. So there's no chance for, oh, we have to delay it. Oh, the devs had room to breathe, develop this and get it right. The first out, they didn't obviously completely, but that's okay. But how much they did get right, me playing just through the tutorial level, I love that Dio Kameen fucking video. Fucking great. All the new voice lines. Yeah, I love it all. But I will say if Bethesda gets in the habit of not hyping up their releases and just like dropping and like, oh, by the way, we were working on this. Here you go. Fuck yes, more of this, please.
It might lead to I was gonna say more hype, but I just think it might lead to more natural reactions, probably. I don't know.
Like there were rumors that Oblivion Remastered was in the works, it was coming out and shit like that. There was speculation when they reached out to the mod team like, hey, you guys can't use Skyrim assets and shit like that. You have to make your own. Like there was like we knew Oblivion Remastered was coming.
Yeah.
But they didn't give us a date and they just shadow dropped that shit. And I'm just saying, give us more shadow drops.
Yep, exactly. The last time I remember a dev team doing what they did here was actually Metroid Prime, which ironically is also Nintendo. But
right, it was.
That was rumored for a while, and then Nintendo just announced it one day in a direct, and then shadow dropped it the same day for $40.
I forgot about that.
And you know what? That was a similarly like goodwill tour like Oblivion Remastered is.
Yep, it was definitely.
And you can definitely tell Oblivion Remastered is partially a good world tour. And I noticed Tapor mentioned that because of Starfield. Starfield broke like Oblivion, or not Oblivion, Bethesda was already losing a lot of trust.
Yes.
76 was a shit show for a long time there. Elder Scrolls Online was a shit show. Fallout 4 was a shit show. Like Bethesda and Starfield. Starfield.
Well, yeah.
Starfield.
No, yeah.
Bethesda needed a win.
And I think they got one.
I think this is definitely a win. And this isn't gonna be like people are still on, high alert of like, hey, Bethesda are waiting for your next fuck up. And they're in a moment of like, we should expect typical Bethesda quality for Elder Scrolls 6, but we shouldn't expect Starfield quality from Elder Scrolls 6. Like if we
graphics wise, or
no, I'm hoping their senior devs and everything are the ones focusing on Elder Scrolls 6. Like I know with Starfield, it was a newer dev team, and there was a bunch of other aspects he involved with it as well. Way too much over promising. But yeah, I will say if their release of Elder Scrolls 6 is anywhere near as bad as Starfield, tack up shop Bethesda.
That would kill Bethesda. We're talking mentioned Shadow Drops. We're talking mentioned Hi-Fi Rush. Hi-Fi Rush did it okay as well. Yeah, Hi-Fi Rush was fantastic.
Then yeah, you are right. Bethesda didn't technically make this, but they did publish it. So
they did help with it too. It wasn't like they were hands off with it. It was just they did help the new team, or like the team at Virtuos, work on the game. It wasn't like they just told Virtuos, do this.
Right.
So,
yeah, cautious optimism would be an appropriate term to describe how I feel about Bethesda right now.
Yep. Like,
I mean, that's a very, very accurate way to go, I would say.
I know it's just people are definitely on edge, after Starfield and after the shit show that is the Fallout show of like, hey, we're worried. We're,
Yeah, there was some, like, I'm an avid fucking Fallout fan. Eva originally started out as a Fallout New Vegas character. I have well over 10,000 hours invested in Fallout Replay.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, big Fallout fan. I don't think Fallout, the show, was as bad as some people purport it to be, but I think the mistakes that they made and the lore changes that they did do were pretty substantial.
Yeah.
And I don't think setting it 10 years in the future from the events of New Vegas is going to fix that.
Yeah. I never actually watched the Fallout show. A lot of my opinions from it come from the fact that my father watched it, and he's nitpicky about when a show is bad and when it's good. And also Kretosis. Duh. I actually I think I pissed off Kree this morning too.
What'd you do?
Because I called Fallout 3 a good game. I didn't call it a great game. I said it was a good game.
Are you wrong?
I don't think I'm wrong, but
no, Kretosis really Fallout is his passion. I will say that.
Absolutely, I get it.
Yeah, like I've started a Fallout conversation in a server. And I'm like, whoa, okay, yeah, I'm dealing with the real ones over here.
Yep.
Like, yeah, they go deep when it comes to the Fallout shit.
You're playing with the big boys now.
Like, you can
Yeah, no, not joking. Like, they bring out stuff like, yeah, this is what this character said in this game. And I'm like, okay, I haven't had someone pay that much to, like, these guys are, like, doing lawyer-level submissions, but it's just about Fallout shit. And I'm like, okay, wow, I feel like I'm home.
Yeah, like, I understand the problems of the Fallout show. And God, I see the problems. And it definitely...
The big one is a ghoul, and its supposed invulnerability and super healing.
Yeah.
Ghouls do have a healing factor of sorts, powered by radiation, but they are described in almost every game as relatively weak. It's actually rare to find a grizzled, tough guy ghoul. Then for him to just like walk around and just getting freaking filled with lead, and he's like, whatever. I'm like, nah, that's not
Speak,
how it works. And then having to take this weird chemical to maintain their sentience, that's also fucking weird.
speaking of ghouls, did you see that the Fallout 76 had a ghoul expansion?
Yes, I did actually. I've been Fallout. I've been playing Fallout 76. What I like to do is I pay for Fallout first. I get a private server, and I will do a full-on roleplay playthrough with groups. And we have 2 in a group that right now that are ghouls.
Hmm.
Then
That's
one of them
cool.
is fully disguised because like this is early enough in Fallout's time, like 25 years, that like, what the fuck are you? Everybody who looks like you is evil and vicious, and I'm thinking I'm gonna shoot you. Like it's beyond prejudice at this point.
Yeah.
So you really have to be like, you can't even go to like the Brotherhood or any major civilization as a ghoul without a disguise kit on.
Mhm.
And shit. So there are some things that they aren't being respectful of regarding the lore. But I don't know. It's weird. We have a franchise that has gone through multiple companies.
Yeah.
Interplay,
Interplay,
Bethesda,
Obsidian.
Obsidian, fucking yeah. It's
Now
so
ZeniMax,
and
because
everyone had it. I mean, if you what was his name? Tim Cook, I think.
Tim.
The original the creator Fallout. He
Oh,
said
hold
like
on.
the original purpose of the vaults and stuff have nothing to do with like what Bethesda thinks
Tim
the vaults were
Kaine.
for and stuff. Tim Kaine, thank you. Yeah. Tim Kaine was like, yeah, the vaults were originally supposed to be social experiments to prepare humanity for freaking deep space travel so they could find another planet because the planet was fucked. That was the original fucking plan behind the vaults and shit before Bethesda or Obsidian did anything with it. So, like, from where it started and where it is, yeah, it's gonna evolve, but I think you gotta take it secularly. You know,
Yeah.
I look at Bethesda's Fallout differently than I look at Obsidian's, differently than I look
Mhm.
at Interplays.
Absolutely. And like, I get why people don't like 76. It had a lot of problems, especially when it came out. But I think
I was lucky. I joined and started playing 76 after the Wastelanders update. And because of that, I have had nothing but good experiences with the game.
when was the last time I played 76? I did a stream of it because I bought 76 because it was on sale, and I just did like a 6, almost honestly, it felt like almost a 12-hour stream, just off the cuff one night with a couple of friends and just dicked around in 76 for several hours.
Oh yeah,
I want to play. I
like
just
I
don't have
can
a
load
reason
up
to
my
yet.
thing right now. Like one of my favorite things to do is camp building, and I know all the exploits. I have a fucking tree house that has like a platform around the tree that has like an armor bench and a weapons workbench are like fused together
Mhm.
and stuff like that. Yeah, it's so nice and cool. It's like it's just really cool. And I have like a full archer build and stuff. I can like go through and like pretty much one shot most shit. It's it's a silly game, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun with a right group of friends. And the storyline isn't too bad. At least Wastelanders onward. I would say the original storyline where you're just hunting down holotapes and shit. That I mean, yeah, I understand why Fallout 76 had such a poor reception at the beginning.
Oh,
It was an
absolutely.
empty game filled with bullshit.
Did I stream this on YouTube or was it just Twitch? Either way, it doesn't
I
matter.
don't know. That's a good question.
But like I get why people don't like 76, but it is one of those fun sandbox games that you could just get into with a bunch of friends and just dick around and have fun. Like
I
whether
like
or not,
76 the most because they added bows and arrows.
yeah,
Like it seemed very odd to me that a game that focused so much on like civilization restarting didn't have one of the fucking first fucking weapons humanity ever got that made. Fallout New Vegas didn't have it, Fallout 3 didn't have it. I don't know if Fallout 1 or 2 had it. But all I know is when they went 3D, they completely gave up on like primitive weaponry, which I'm like, guys, this is where this shit would be abundant. Let's just
Mhm.
be real.
Maybe I will reinstall 76 after stream.
If you do, you can have me at Elf Pirate Eva. I'm playing all the time.
Fun. 76 is a friendly player base. Yeah, because 76's player base is not overly toxic because the overly toxic people are really overly toxic about how Fallout is.
Well, they left.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they flipped. That the overly toxic people said, "Oh, Fallout 76 is a dead shit game. Fuck it," and the yards are gone now.
Exactly.
So most people that you run into in the game, even in public library lobbies, are pretty chill. Like I've had people randomly just walk up to me and drop shitloads of stuff worth thousands of caps, just like, "Here you go." Like good hunting. And I'm like, "Oh my god, awesome."
But so on the note of Oblivion, before we get sidetracked into yet another so when
Do
Oblivion,
you mind if we actually take a break for super chats?
oh yes, sure, go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, it's just we've gone for a while, and I want to make sure that I give attention to my people encouraging me to whore. So
Whore.
Thank you everybody that has been here tonight, especially with all of the donators. Very much appreciate it. Thank you everybody that has liked the stream as well. Make sure you like both streams. Very much so. Very, very much so. I'll just stick to Fallout just with myself. Fair enough. We're going to read some super chats here and try to answer some questions for it. Ian for 5. Smug Elf sitting on Akko's lap with dog. That's how I know a quality stream is ahead. Hi. I'd say it was a pretty good quality stream so far, you know? Is Ava glued to me? No, she can hop off at any time. She just chooses not to. Excuse me.
That's comfortable here.
Exactly.
She's using her tentacles as a chair under the screen. You can't see it.
And the
but
boobs
it's
are a
very
pillow.
comfy.
Exactly.
They are.
Exactly.
Although one of the nipples is hard and it's poking in my bag.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Wolf Spain for 2. So, Temp, do you cosplay as Tien because of the shoulders? I don't know who Tien is.
Tien from Dragon Ball Z.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his shoulders are like it's a running gag. Like for some reason throughout Dragon Ball Z, like every time, like through major arcs, like Tien just seems to get swoller and swoller. Not stronger, but he's just like, Jesus Christ, dude. You're like, are you on steroids? Something's wrong.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Wolfsbane for 5. Universal is adding Mario Land, Monsterverse, and Ministry of Magic attractions. I heard everyone is loving the monster with all the classic monsters. Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to go someday if I ever visit my family that's down there. I don't know. Richard Cardamone for 199. Ava is a babby, so cute. Temp, you're cute too, I guess.
What do you mean you guess? That's fucking rude.
Chat loves to bully me.
Exactly. Well, it's the dog. Everybody bullies the dog.
It's all right. You know how much I'm bullied? Like freaking, I'm short. Like just like bow levels of short bullying.
Exactly.
He's
JP,
built like a
thank
brick
you.
shit.
Thank you for the 5. The former devs for Dragonfire once lost games and are working on Wayward Realms, a spiritual successor.
The what?
Okay. The former devs for Daggerfall are now, yeah. Yep, pretty much.
Okay.
Yep. Wolfsbane for 2. If SWATR is still alive, FF14, WoW, and ES are as well. True. Grolgar for 1 month. G&G covered this. There is Grape in Expanded Universe.
There is. And
yes, there is. Which is why I said I don't recall many. Like, there are a few instances in which it is presented, but again, the Expanded Universe was pretty much disavowed by Disney, and when Disney acquired a dark franchise like Star Wars, they should have known what they were doing, and releasing a rape scene in a show, Season 2, on Disney Plus where kids are just fucking browsing, yeah, I think it was irresponsible at best.
And admittedly, like, if you're going to do dark topics like that, the books are the best place to do it.
Yeah. Let's see
And
here.
if you insist on doing it, fine, but create a section on Disney Plus that's for adults only.
Mm-hmm.
Like Netflix has that, YouTube fucking has that. There are ways to set up the system so you can have it both ways. But Disney has not done that, but they're releasing extremely controversial, like dark themes that, yeah, they can be approached and they can be explored. I'm not against that. I'm just against having that available for a 7 or 8-year-old to stumble across when they'll just want to watch cool Star Wars videos.
Yep.
I can agree with that, yeah. Wolfsbane for 5. This was already read, but Qui-Gon is nowhere near a great Jedi. He's the perfect Jedi, the way the Jedi should be if they weren't corrupted by politics and self-inflicted rules. Yes. Pyro Ronpot for 2. Give the elf head pats. Yes, give the elf head pats. Devastator 2000 for 2
Oh, here,
Canadian.
I think I can add a head patter.
Good. Do that.
Yeah, ready?
Fallout 76 expansions are always free too. Oh, that's nice. I thought they charged for those. I guess I'm kind of surprised.
For what, 76?
Yeah.
Well, hold on, charge for what?
For the expansions.
No, every expansion, every piece of content for 76 is free.
That's a nice change.
Yeah, it's mostly cosmetics and like
inventory
scrap kits,
space,
repair kits, and a couple other things. Yeah, inventory space. Yeah, there's some advantages to having Fallout first beyond just like the private server thing, which is what I like it for. But
they don't lock
like
content behind paid. Behind money.
Yeah, exactly. I have gone through an entire season board on a free account. It's taken me longer, but I've been able to do it. And then I've gone through it on a Vault First account. And it took me maybe like 3 or 4 days faster. So season to season, it's not even that much of a crazy boost.
And
but
like the seasons don't go away
that
either.
It becomes worth it.
And there's no battle.
No, the seasons do not go away.
There's no battle passes either. So there's no like. No, there is.
No.
Sorry, yes, there is.
Oh wait, is there?
Yes.
Interesting.
There is a battle pass.
I didn't know there was I remember they did the winter they did like a winter vault PvP event and like it was so fucking riddled with bugs and exploits they ended it. And a lot of people like, look, regardless of the bugs and exploits, if you could fix that, that was a fun ass game mode. Please bring it back.
That's why I'm not mad about 76. And I'm gonna let you back to super chats in a moment, Occo. Like if they locked like content behind a paywall, like at least keep it around forever at that point. But the fact it's like, it's not pay to win. Like it's pay to make your life easier, which is very much in the same vein as like Warframe. Which I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
The fuck is that thing?
I don't know. What are you looking at right now?
Sorry, I'm just going to send this to both of you. I'm going to put it up on my screen for chat. What the hell is this? Go ahead and...
I kind of feel like if you send it to me, I'm going to have to show it to chat.
You might. Here you go, chat. What the
hell?
hell?
Yeah, you know what? Warframe? I caught you passing a note. You had to show it to the whole class.
No, this is 76. The hell is this thing?
Man has cancer on his neck.
Cancer AIDS.
Wait, where did you post it?
I DM'd it to you.
Okay, here, let me see.
Chat.
Do you have to pay to play solo on 76? No.
Let's go on.
Is that a Wendigo?
As gross as what it is.
That is a what the fuck? That's not a Wendigo.
Some of y'all would.
It looks like I mean, well, did somebody say wood?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Listen,
you guys are all fucked.
It can't be worse than Mizu's Hear Me Out, all right? You know that.
When did Nidus get into 76 and infect a monster there? Really? Relix.
I only have one more super chat. Wolfsbane for 2. F76 major exploits.
Yes, that was a mega sloth.
Oh, never mind. There's another one. Gabriel for 199. Are these consensual elf pats? I would assume so.
Yes.
They are always consensual.
That's a super Wendigo.
There you go. All right, that is all the super chats.
Sometimes they might be dubiously consensual, but it's still consensual.
76 release killed the game due to the greed and shows the worst that Bethesda can do as a company. Yes, which is why they definitely changed how Fallout First worked and how they delivered content changed, which helped the game for the better. Because I remember when 76 was coming out and I was talking with a bunch of friends. We were all like really on the hype of Fallout 4 because we were all really enjoying it. And we all watched the Fallout 76 reveal together. And we were like, Fallout 4, but multiplayer. Holy shit.
Oh my god, yeah. No, yeah, seriously. Like, of one of my only covers I ever freaking released on my YouTube channel is my 1,000 subscribers special singing Country Roads, and it's the fucking 76 version to 76 gameplay because that's how fucking hype I was. when you have that freaking the nuclear sirens and then the power armor guy walking up and then boom nukes and the music starts, I'm fucking ready. I'm down. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
That was a Wendigo Colossus, if I recall correctly. Akko hates her Twitch viewers. Akko does not hate her Twitch viewers.
Wendigo Colossus
Wait, are my
have
Twitch viewers not
3
showing up
heads,
on
so that was
on,
not a Wendigo Colossus. Or at least I don't think it is.
Why are they not showing up?
They're showing up on your stream.
No, they are. Yeah, they are. What do you mean, chat? I don't hate my Twitch viewers.
Killed the game.
Never mind. My bits didn't show up. My apologies.
Yeah.
Lobert for 100 bits. Akko going hard on Balatro. We all know. Listen, we're not going to talk about it.
Killed the game for me.
I did see Los
yeah.
Balantra. They're fucking going hard.
The funny thing about 76 is better now because Todd Howard abandoned the project. Yeah, Todd Howard has that.
Todd Howard no longer cares about the project, and now the project is better.
Yep. But Todd has that Miyamoto effect. I know some people who pay attention to Nintendo know what I mean by that. Where it's like Miyamoto has some good ideas, but it feels like with him specifically, whatever he touches kind of starts turning to shit.
That's sad.
Like some of the problems like Paper Mario specifically. When like Sticker Star came out, that was when Miyamoto really started trying to get like a little hands-on with it. And Sticker Star was also when the Paper Mario series started going to shit.
It was definitely bad, I heard.
Yeah, so and like again, like Todd has some good ideas, but not always.
76 is the reason we got Gurren Mume. That's true.
Yeah. Star Fox Adventures? Yeah.
You know what? You're not wrong. It definitely did help.
So, again, like, I can't fault Todd for, like, being how he is. I can't fault Miyamoto for being how he is. But they need to, like, do company things and not game things.
But you don't understand, Tep. It just works.
That's the problem. It needs to not just work. It needs to work.
It needs to always work.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so when Oblivion came out, one of the major changes that people saw when Oblivion came out was they changed male and female to type A or type 1 and 2.
Yay, and everybody was pissed off by that.
Yeah,
I fucking left. Here's the thing. People were pissed off. I just don't care. Like, because at the end of the day, it's still a binary system. It's exactly the same as female and male to me. Like, so I understand why people are upset. It's a shitty thing to do. It's a weird fucking stance to take. What I am more upset about, more than just them deciding to go from female to male to type 1, 2, is Nexus Mod Manager and NexusMods taking down a mod that changed that. And now I'm like, are you fucking stupid? Like, come on. Like, if someone chooses to mod that game to change that one little thing, who the hell are you as a mod platforming to make a political decision like that? Like, okay, let me glow here.
No, yeah, it definitely, well, here's the thing that really sucks is this wasn't the first time it was going on too. This has been happening for a couple of years.
This has been happening for a couple of years, and one of the most notable circumstances was Spider-Man, where in the remaster of Spider-Man 1 on PC, they changed, like there was in the PS4 version of that, it was American flags everywhere.
Oh, are you talking about the oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the Latinx fucking controversy.
No. But in the PC version of Spider-Man 1, or Insomniac Spider-Man specifically, for those who don't know what I mean, they changed all the American flags to LGBTQ flags. And people were like, no, you do not get to change the American flag to LGBTQ flags. No. Bad. And people modded that. They modded back in the American flags, and NexusMods took it down and banned who did the mods for that.
What? No way, really?
Yes.
Yes, they did.
God, fucking, you know what? I'm so glad. Like, I moved away from NexusMod years ago. Like, after I started using Mod Manager 2, because I I got to the point was by Skyrim modding where it's like 500 plus mods. Like you got to do something different. But yeah, like I'm so glad I don't fucking use Nexus Mod Manager. And if not Nexus Mods, and if I do, I download the file. I don't use their fucking program. I'm not gonna let that should be on my like gross. Like you guys are gross making political decisions like that.
Exactly. So when that was like, I think the first circumstance that was truly the biggest thing that made people go, oh no, you know, we're not watching you because you just pulled something really disgusting.
Yeah.
So when people added the mod in to change the type A and type B to male and female back, Nexus actually the mod. So according to the post from Pirate Nation, it's not showing on the stream because of how I have it set up, but they say Nexus Mods deleted the body type mod for Oblivion. The mod was up for about 30 minutes. Moderator locked the comments, then deleted the mod 10 minutes later.
That's insane.
They were like the moderators for Nexus Mods were waiting for this to show up. They knew it was going to show up, and they were waiting. That
Do these people get paid, or are they like pay like volunteer contributors?
That
This
I don't
sounds
know.
Really dumb.
I don't know. No, it was LGBT flags in the regular game, but there was a trigger in the code that would flip the American flag, or the flags to USA flags for the Saudi Arabian versions. Really? Huh. But it wasn't brought back, and now it's one of the most upvoted mods. Yeah, so it was brought back. Thanks to Grums for bringing this up, because I wouldn't have seen it otherwise. Grums is occasionally correct in some things. He says, Nexus Mods ends the culture war on their site. Nexus Mods' explanation of the reversal of male-female signals, a withdrawal from the culture war. They are walking a thin line here, trying to appease the activists. We recognize that mods like this can bring sensitive discussion around gender and identity to the forefront, but then they back off. This is how it should be. Don't politically censor mods, and don't perpetually offend us with the block button. Let's see how this new policy acts going forward. And this is what the community manager had to say. And I need to actually do this. Actually, let me do this. Oh, there we go. This mod has been and likely will continue to be a source of controversy within the community. As a thorough review, we've determined that the content of the mod itself does not violate our community guidelines. However, due to the nature of the topic, which often attracts intense and sometimes hostile discussion, the comment section will remain locked to prevent further escalation. Why is the original upload removed? There has been a lot of speculation and misinformation regarding the removal of the original upload. To clarify, the mod was not taken down because of this content, as stated in the ban notice. It was removed due to the uploader's behavior. In the comments, the uploader expressed an intent to incite drama and endorsed an external site explicitly designed to host inflammatory content. This kind of behavior directly violates our community standards. We recognize that mods like this...
Then why didn't you say that? Why was the ban reason different than what you're saying about now? This is fucking backpedaling.
Absolutely.
It is.
We recognize that mods like this can bring sensitive discussions around gender and identity to the forefront. While these are important conversations, our platform exists to support creative expression in modding, not to serve as a battleground for broader cultural or political debates. Bullshit.
Oh, fucking shit.
What we will not tolerate is trolling, harassment, discrimination, or any other forms of toxicity that these discussions may provoke. Again, bullshit. You've done it yourself. Our commitment to remains the same, to keep modding accessible and welcoming for everyone. That is also a lie. Please note.
Yeah, you've been gatekeeping modding for a hot minute, so fucking shut up with that shit.
Exactly. Please note, any re-uploads of this content or any derivative content intended to circumvent this policy will be removed. Abusive behavior in comments or posts will result in moderation actions. There is no need to report this mod page if you'd prefer not to see this content. We encourage you to make use of the content blocking tools by blocking the real world issue tag on or the author 7H3 Laughing Man. So, yeah.
They tried to say, oh, well, we support freedom of expression. It's like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I know this is already becoming a bigger hot topic because of Lords of the Fallen. because they changed the type A and B or type 1 and 2 in Lords of the Fallen to male and female. And that has definitely started a trend, like now with Oblivion and Pow World. And
You're back.
having started this discussion, they're scared because of the DEG mods. Yep. Let's change Angerboda to white in God of War Ragnarok. I never played Ragnarok, and I'm probably not going to unless it goes on like an extreme sale. Time to bring back the Spider-Man flag mod. No, yeah, if they really should if they're doing this, but they're not going to. If they're going to remove duplicates of mods, why are there still a lot of versions of performance mods on various games? K mods were walked the fuck back. Yep. No, yeah. The Reddit mods banned the Lords of the Fallen devs from their own Reddit page. Yep, we went over that last week, I believe. It wasn't last week, it was the week prior. So it's just not a good look for NexusMods all the way around. Even this statement is a pile of horseshit. I'm sorry. It is.
The statement is literal doo-doo water.
It is. Like, you could definitely tell they only posted this to save their own asses. Which is it's just a shame. Like, they shouldn't be doing this to begin with. To be fair, it should have stayed male and female when the game came out.
It's kind of terrifying watching MommaOcco, like, her model when they're not there. Because it looks like they're staring at me and, like, asserting dominance, and they're not even moving, blinking or anything. I'm like, oh shit, I'm fucked.
Well, I am, don't you know?
Not to get political, but these Redditors controlling the internet are learning Trump won for a reason. Exactly. Yes, they are.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
I don't know if we're going to see it.
Just like JD Vance, but JD Vance is going to win if these people don't stop.
Exactly. That's the problem. Like they need to, like... Trump won because it didn't shut up. Trump also won because he was shot at and lived. But I'm not saying that was a bad thing, Chad. I'm just saying, like...
Yeah, no. Oh my god. Like, that picture is going to be in 5th grade history textbooks. I promise.
It will.
Forever.
Yeah,
forever. And guess what? Biden will be forgotten.
Yep.
Yeah, why begin is entirely Biden's fault. Because here's one thing. People know I have my criticisms of the Trump administration, mostly in how they're approaching things, not what they're trying to accomplish. What they're trying to accomplish, I think it's good. How they're going about it, not so much.
Yep.
But one thing I love about Trump is he's always on camera. He's the forefront. He's signing executive orders. He's telling us what they're for. He's transparent. Biden was fucking sheltered away for 4 years. I barely remember 3 fucking speeches of Biden. I can remember like 24 Trump speeches, and we're only 4 months in. So that's just a plus for Trump. I love how much more transparent his administration is.
Even if you do not like Trump, that picture is so badass. Fans can apparently Minecraft our enemies with just a visit. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. That's
why I said Minecraft.
Opposite to the term, but it was quite depressing to hear that the Pope of the Pope died.
One can only hope Biden will be forgotten.
The Pope was based on how he went out, though.
Yeah.
Because he literally held on through double pneumonia until, like, he's like, I gotta get to Easter. I gotta get through Easter, then we're good. And he put it like it was 2 hours after Easter was done. He's like, all right, deuces. I'm like, you know what? Awesome. Because Jesus Christ, I'll hold it. Just, all right, gonna hold on until Easter. Dude, you're dying. Yeah, it's fine. I'll be fine. No, he won't. Jesus.
Oblivion, and this is the last bit of Oblivion, reached 4 million players.
Did it really?
Holy shit, really?
It reached 4 million players. What's actually...
I mean, Oblivion's a great story. I mean, it makes sense.
Team DB. How is Oblivion doing?
This is total players, right?
Oh. No, that is across every platform.
Oh, okay. Temp, you just scared the shit out of me. Like, you laughed evil, but it started to morph into an evil clown, which is way worse.
So, chat.
Wait, what do you mean?
Here you go.
You're not an evil clown. You're a lovely clown. That's fine.
Oh,
He was laughing like he was being possessed by the spirit of an evil clown.
It's Kafka-esque.
So, chat. As of 8 hours ago, the all-time peak on Steam for Oblivion Remastered is 216,784.
Well, what is
Still
like,
respectable.
Is there like a peak across the world?
The peak across the world, I don't know. What is the base Oblivion? That is not how you spell that. No, that is how you spell Oblivion. Brain.
I don't know. It's probably not.
The all-time peak for Oblivion Game of the Year edition is 6,390 on Steam. What's Skyrim? Just base Skyrim.
Probably still in the
Random
10,000s.
aside, I really like your shorts, Temp.
Oh, thank you. Wait, the all-time peak for Skyrim on PC was 287,411. Oblivion Remastered is creeping up on base Skyrim.
That's pretty impressive. What about
That's
Skyrim
insane.
Special Edition?
69,906.
Okay, yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, Oblivion Remastered has already surpassed Special Edition.
That's pretty cool.
So, Oblivion is doing great, and I really hope this sets, like, the standard of, like, what Bethesda should follow.
Yeah.
Of, like, okay, all right.
Like, do all the marketing the same way you had old Oblivion Remastered from now on, please, with all your games.
Yeah, no.
Like, just give us little hints, little teasers if and then just fucking drop that shit.
I'm really, honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised if maybe they got Virtuous help for Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, I could see that.
Potentially, yeah.
Like, it's like, hey, you know, it's a long time coming still, but with a little more hands on deck. Or, and this is the worst case scenario for me, is Microsoft to be like, hey, you got nothing coming right now. It's time to put dev time into Elder Scrolls 6 into full gear. Here is Obsidian. And after Avowed, no. Because Elder Scrolls 6 needs to be like Oblivion and Skyrim to succeed. Not like, it needs to be from the ground up an RPG. Not like, oh, I can shoot an arrow through someone's head and it just goes straight through their head. Like, I need to be able to collect my items. I need to be able to kill whatever NPC I want to kill. I want to be able to make the playthrough how I want to do it.
Yeah. No, hey, you need to have that RPG element. If you don't, you're gonna kill the franchise.
Exactly.
I would say they're pretty close to doing that already, unfortunately.
That's the problem, is like,
yes, but here's the thing. Oblivion Remastered is like the defibrillator of hope for me regarding Bethesda and how they handle the Elder Scrolls. It's a spark of like, oh my god, you guys might be able to deliver something decent, and I'd be happy with that, right? So again, like I said before, it's cautious optimism. Like that's where I am with Bethesda now.
I mean, that is the right way to take it. It's just like, okay, this is all right. Please don't fuck it up.
See, I like, do not water down the quest lines. Do not baby the player. Do not make choices have no effect on the overarching world in the playthrough. Then maybe ES6 will be good. 6 is going to be a Microsoft oversight DEI clown show. I would have agreed.
I hope not.
I would have absolutely agreed with that statement. And then Oblivion Remastered came out. And with those player numbers I'm seeing, it's going to make Bethesda do a double take.
Yeah.
Because it's very clear what people want.
Holy shit, they already have Oblivion Remastered script extender out.
Yeah. But Oblivion Remastered didn't really change the story. It's just the original Oblivion, but in UE5. So the great game made by those great devs wasn't changed. Well, but that's the thing, though, is like, this is an old, like, this is a 2006 game made for 2000 or for 2025. So why is it?
I'm absolutely happy to play Oblivion Remastered on stream rather than Suffer 3. I mean, you can get pretty decent with mods and stuff, but I would have to do a shitload of modding. and troubleshooting through all those mods and stuff like that just to get a decent visually appealing Oblivion original on stream. Oblivion Remastered makes it way easier. It keeps the original UI, it keeps the original class system, magic system, all that shit. So it brings honestly Oblivion to Zoomers and stuff because Oblivion's right before Zoomers were playing games and shit. Like I played Oblivion just because I wanted Skyrim so bad, but like I was off put by like just how antiquated the oh god, that wasn't how you say that word, but how
Antiquated?
just old the system was.
Yeah.
Yeah, antiquated. Thank you.
Those
But
great
like
devs
just
are
how the GUI everything was just not right, and it just didn't feel right. It was hard to get used to. I was now anxious about Skyrim. Well, God, is Skyrim gonna be like this? No, it wasn't. Thank God. But at least this brings it graphically. It like the UI responds better than in Oblivion Original and stuff like that too, which is nice because it seems to keep enough of the original without like boring the shit out of my Zoomer brain.
no, yeah, absolutely. And chat, I noticed the comments like those great devs aren't there anymore as a group aren't there anymore. You can't really expect great stuff from TES 6 based on the current track record. They didn't learn anything from Fallout New Vegas. Admittedly, it was a pretty large time gap between New Vegas and 4, but we just had Avowed. We just had Starfield. We just had Assassin's Creed Shadows. Bethesda already had one flop in the past. Like, what is Starfield's one? Starfield had an all-time peak of 330,000 on Steam. That's really good. But look at the response. Look at the reception of that now. It is a shit show. And then you have Avowed, which where's Avowed? The all-time peak on Steam is 19,000 players.
Mm-hmm.
That is bad. Assassin's Creed. Hold on. Where is it? Assassin's Creed Shadows, all-time peak of 64,000. That's really not good. But Oblivion Remastered is here, and it's here very recently now. So there is definitely something to be said here that it could very well have been a testing ground to show Bethesda again, like what people liked. I'm not saying it's going to, but this is the most recent thing Bethesda has done. And look at what the players are saying. Look at the player counts. Look at the sale numbers. Like they're flat saying here, thanks to over 4 million players. I think they also made a post like how many copies were sold. Hold on. Oblivion Remastered copies sold. Did they post the player or like the amount sold, or was it Claire Obscure I'm thinking of? Might be Claire Obscure I'm thinking about as far as like how many copies sold. But the fact that this is so recent with these numbers should really tell Bethesda, and I hope they take it to heart, what people want.
Ooh. Hey, Tim.
Hmm.
I found a new customizable model that you might like.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Claire Obscure sold 1 million? Yeah. No, Claire Obscure is doing great. So, but I don't know. Again, like if Oblivion Remastered was like 5 years ago, I would have said no. It's not going to like affect things. But this came out now, and now that nothing else is on Bethesda's radar except Elder Scrolls 6, there's no way they aren't going to look at this and go like, okay, what do people want? What do players want?
Mm-hmm. I guess I'll just keep my cautious optimism for Elder Scrolls 6 then.
Like, am I gonna play it day one? Starfield burned me, but it's Elder Scrolls. I probably will. I know, Ava, you're probably gonna play Elder Scrolls 6 on day one too, considering your history with it.
Yeah. Big time, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
an Elder Scrolls elf. I have to. I
Hell
think
yeah.
I'm like contractually obligated.
Yeah.
I don't like those eyes Zoc was giving. My apologies, chat. I'm tired. I
Copy
got
sold.
5 hours of sleep.
Oh yeah,
last
what about
night.
these eyes?
Those are more dangerous. My personal opinion.
Copy sold should be the standard of what you want to post. Posting player numbers can tell people that people are either pirating the game / playing it through Game Pass. That is the thing too, is that Game Pass is also something to consider here as well. But that's also Game Pass with the Shadow Drop and these player numbers on Steam alone are really really telling. Elder Scrolls 6 was already in development. I doubt they will scrap the crap we don't want from the game at this point because it will just push it back even more. No, Bethesda has even admitted they announced it way too early.
Oh, well, I mean, if that's the case, then we still have quite a long ways to go. Maybe another couple of years.
Exactly. So
maybe.
Oh yeah, we're definitely a couple years out from
like
Elder Scrolls 6,
we
for
might
sure.
see them talk about it this year, but because like that, since that's the only thing in the pipeline, and they need to appease their Microsoft overlords. But
yeah.
But as of right now, this is the only thing. Like Elder Scrolls 6 is the only thing that they have in the pipeline. Maybe Fallout 3 Remastered is in there too, but we don't know.
That would be so fucking dope. Like I would love to. I would love to see Fallout 3 done in Fallout 4's engine.
That won't happen.
Like,
No, it
give
won't
me
happen.
that storyline. Was that I know it won't happen, but it would be nice if it did. That's all I'm saying. Let me wish. Let me dream.
With the woke right-tards, like JDA and George calling Expedition 33 woke, I've seen so many people say it's not woke.
Listen, chat. JDA
I don't even know
is
what
like,
Expedition 33 is.
it's you say it.
Expedition 33 is basically it's a turn-based RPG made by classic Ubisoft devs.
Oh, okay.
Like devs that left, basically.
Yeah, devs that left Ubisoft before Ubisoft went to shit.
Oh, you know what's funny? Let me check real quick. And I am good. Sorry, I had to check NDA date. I did a playtest for a Ubisoft game a couple years ago.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. They did not listen to my input.
Oh, I'm sure.
Clearly.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I bought
Which
Expedition
one?
33.
You say which one?
Actually, it's been a couple years. You should be able to say it now. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what game it was for because I was part of the quantitative. I was part of the qualitative actually. It was qualitative data gathering. So they were asking me questions about because I played Gary's mod Fallout 4 and other games with building mechanic.
Mhm.
They wanted to take my brain for my insight, what I liked about those games and stuff like that, and what I didn't like about those games. And I did kind of go off on a whole thing about monetization and microtransactions.
Right.
That I could feel that they're like their brain just shut off. They're like, and I'm like, yeah, whatever game you're planning, I can feel it's a fucking microtransaction nightmare because it had something to do with player built structures and player built content like that. I don't know if the game is even out or if it's still in development or whatever, but I think it was like going to be one of their first attempts at a mobile game.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense. I might be jaded from recent AAA games, but I just want my time and agency to be respected. Monster Hunter Wilds didn't feel right because it didn't respect my skill by changing a lot to cater to the broader audience. I loved Wilds, but that's also because Wilds felt like a breath of fresh air in the sea of shit.
Yeah.
Also, I saw a comment. I do want to comment from your stream, Mako. Shadowgale, where is it? I'm waiting for someone to replace the goblins in Oblivion with short stack lollies. I'm going to add on to that. Short stack goblins.
That's technically right, yeah, I guess.
Gimme.
Oh my goodness.
So, what else do we have in our docket? I know those are the two big topics.
Mm-hmm. My apologies. It's just I've been up all day and
Oh, no, you're
streamed for like 3 hours before this, so
you are perfectly fine. Let's talk about Persona.
Persona's getting a remake.
Yeah, Persona 4
Yeah.
Remake web domain has been updated again. This could indicate that a reveal is happening soon, as similar updates happen for Persona 3 Reload and Persona 5 Tactics. I'm not surprised in the least. Mume just graduated.
Oh, was that like literally just now?
Yeah, or a graduation stream.
Was that
Was
right?
Shit.
today? It might have just ended. Or started.
Yeah, no, she's 30 minutes ago. She said bye-bye, thank you.
Okay.
Yep, there we go. Oh my
R.I.P.
god, there it
Mume.
is. Oh, end of an era.
Yeah. Excuse me.
What about Xenoblade
That's sad.
Chronicles X on the Switch? I've been hearing that one is actually doing really good. I had a bad experience with it, but that may have actually been my capture card.
Yeah, your capture card died.
The new one should be here tomorrow. Chat,
Is Kanji and Naoto alone? Oh, Chad, I have bad news for you.
see, that's the problem. And I made a post about it, and I responded to, I think it was this post, actually. I'm not going to go look for it, because I could just say it again here. I'm afraid of them updating Persona 4. Like, if they update it to run or to look and play like Royal and Reload and leave the rest of it alone, awesome, great, excited. But the fact that they have one story, like two actually it's two stories in the game, one where the character appears like people think of him as gay because he likes sewing, and the other one think that they're gonna go trans because they're in a male dominant society when they're female. I'm scared. Even though by them turning that one character gay and the other character trans would flat out ruin their stories.
Oh, it 100% would. So
Like,
having that happen would be
the whole point
not
of their
good.
stories, and I know it might spoil Akko, but like the one character they're saying is gay. The whole like point of his story was like, you're not gay. It's okay to like feminine things like sewing and stuff like that. It's okay to like knitting and sewing, activities that would be genuinely considered like feminine activities, even though men today still like that stuff. Men back then still liked the stuff. It was just less commonplace because they were very scared about it. And that's why here. And the same with Naoto. The reason why is because she was working in a male dominant field of work because she's a detective, and that field is incredibly male dominant. So she pretends to be a male until her dungeon, because at that, if they remember think of her as a male, she's going to be respected more for her opinion.
right.
That's the whole point of the story. So the point of her dungeon is like, hey, it's okay to be a woman and stuff. Like, you don't need to worry about it. They'll respect you for being you. Do your job right, and they'll respect you. And guess what? She did. There's a reason why Naoto is one of the most beloved characters of the entire game.
Yep.
That's why. And if they ruin that, that literally ruins her character. Same with Kanji. Period. So, again, and that's part of the reason why I'm not sure if they're going to, and that's me probably holding on Socopium. But it is, if it was changing like a side character, like even like a normal NPC somewhere else, I'd have problems with it because they did that in P3 Reload as well. But changing one of the main characters, like that, that will not fly. Period.
Mm-hmm. It will definitely rattle a lot of people's feathers, and I think that if it does actually happen, you could see the Persona franchise like shrivel and shake up quite a lot.
Yeah. And that's why, like, I'm not too concerned when it comes to like the Japanese version. I'm seeing a lot of talk and chat about localizers. Yep. Localizers are going to be the problem. ATLUS and SEGA are going to need to hog tie the localizers when it comes to the P3 remake. They need
I think
to.
localizers need to tread carefully because AI is progressing at
Yep.
a fast enough pace that their jobs are on the line. Over in a way that AI will soon be able to faithfully translate it more accurately and just like direct translation, colloquially than any localizer can.
Yep.
So if localizers don't want to be out of a fucking job, they need to get it together.
Yes, I agree.
Persona 5 brought in a bunch of tourists to the franchise. That is part of the problem. Yes. But that's the problem, is like they have to walk a very fine line here, because if they ruin the whole point of these two character stories, people will leave. This is not the same situation as type 1 and 2 genders. This is ruining some of the bits that people played this game for. Like, these are main characters, these are party members that people want them to change to fit their ideology. And you got to remember is that ATLUS tries, this was something that people don't seem to realize with Persona. ATLUS relied on specifically 3 and 4 with the times. Persona 4 took place in 2011. Does anyone here remember what 2011 was like? Not like today.
No, I don't really. I think it was hot that year.
Like, and some people have actually watched documentaries about Persona 4 specifically. And when it came to figuring out, because the whole premise of the game is like, okay, someone gets abducted on rainy nights into the TV. So they actually had to use a farmer's almanac to figure out what days it was going to rain, so it matched up with the year.
Holy shit, did they really?
Yes. So
that's fucking impressive, I'm not gonna lie.
ATLUS put their heart and soul into this game. So yeah.
Did you know that Minecraft has moon phases?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
I'm trying to make us
Yes,
feel
it
old again.
does.
You're welcome.
Problem is that the moon phases don't mean much of anything.
Yeah, they don't. Imagine if they did. Yeah, I don't know. ATLUS has to walk a very fine line here.
They do.
I think the thing they can do if they want to keep like the support of like their fans is replace all the actors, because that they've already clearly set a precedent for that with 3.
Yep.
But keep all the same lines. I mean, maybe you can change a couple of them to be less cringe, but also at the same time, they're also kids in what is technically high school. You're allowed to have cringe. So, but like, just don't change any of the dialogue. Don't change any of the lines. Don't try to appease to a certain demographic. Just same game, new actors. Don't change any of the stories. Just, I don't know. I could go on and on and on.
You could.
And I say this as someone who loves Persona. Like, Occo can attest this. I love Persona as a franchise. It is easily one of my favorite RPG franchises of all time, and I was upset when ATLUS changed some of the things in Reload. And this is one of those things, like, if they change it, they will ruin the game. Period.
No, it will fundamentally ruin the game. I'm tired, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta
Also
go
kinda
in
bored.
6 minutes for a similar reason.
Yeah.
tiredness,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
also I have to get ready to wind down for actual sleep. I did not sleep for shit last night.
Neither did I. Neither did I.
I slept good, and then I woke up feeling sick, and I'm taking care of my father who is sick. So I'm like, oh no, oh no.
No.
I'm
Well,
feeling
what-
better now.
Yeah.
But,
Oh no.
What do we
Oh,
got
you are?
now?
Okay, good.
but you
What
know
else
that.
do we have?
Let's see. We had I don't know. I mean, there's the Discord thing, but we could. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, here,
Oh, the
chat.
Discord, scan your face or die.
Localizers destroyed the 100-line Last Defense Academy.
What did it? Wait, what?
Okay, so 100-line Last Defense Academy is by the Danganronpa devs. So
I
it's-
remember this.
Okay.
I remember this. This pissed me off. And I mean, like, I already hate like gacha games, but like
So,
this pissed me the fuck off. And I'll never touch it.
The new character that's basically the Monokuma throwing character says each one of you is as unique as a snowflake, and that's okay. We're all about diversity here. A little difference of opinion now and then is inevitable. Roll your eyes, fine. But then another character went on to say, and this is the dub, this is the localization. Say, can't hit girls? You sure you're not really a dude? Now that'd be a great time for you to crack your egg and take a pounding.
Yeah.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Can't hit girls? You sure you're not really a dude? Now that'd be a really great time for you to crack your egg and take a pounding.
Holy fuck! Oh my god!
You can't hate
Oh,
localizers
Jesus
enough, chat.
Christ. Yeah, big time.
Yeah, I
Fuck this
got a
guy.
visceral reaction when seeing that.
Yeah, no, yeah. Let me gloat.
I gotta. Oh, there we go. Model's functioning again.
We're good.
Yeah. So, yeah. Who the fuck wrote this? I don't know who wrote it. I know.
the
I'm
fuck wrote
like
this?
99%
I need
certain
names.
they did not
Yeah.
say this in the Japanese version, but in the American version, they did. Yeah, that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it bothered me. My apologies. I'm just kind of like, my
No.
apologies.
No, yeah.
Yeah, and I will say this too, like for localizations and translations, I'm sorry, but like that is an appropriate application of AI to me at this point.
No, yeah, no.
Localizers can't be trusted, and you know what? Voice actors can voice act out the AI translations because they're going to be more accurate and so to form than these absolute horrible fucking self-inserts and the weird political statements like Dragon Kana that the weird political like, oh, I'm tired of fulfilling the male patriarchy or whatever the hell she said. I'm like no, that never was said in the original stuff. I promise you it wasn't. I don't speak Japanese, but I know for goddamn sure that's not what was said.
Yeah, so, you know, many more reasons to advocate for AI taking localized place, and I don't want them to, but there's plenty of reasons. And in the same case of this, thank you, Akko, for posting this morning. So, Venti's actor is being harassed by SAG-AFTRA.
Yes, he is.
Wait, are you serious?
Yep.
Nope.
So Erica Harlacher came out and said this, I think so. SAG has been sending threatening letters, so it's been very difficult to navigate, but they were rude to me, and I'm sick of this shit. Thank you guys for loving Venti as much as I do. I'm so sorry this strike has sucked for everyone. We didn't even vote on it. Yes, I will cover everything I miss. I'm literally so over this. We got massively screwed over, and I just want to get back to work. So she is SAG, but she's like, I'm fucking done.
Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of them are probably done because it's just like, okay, how long is this going to go on for?
Yeah.
We're not stopping? Okay, I'm fucking done. Dude, I would just fucking hate it.
Yeah, no, I would too. And it gets even worse. I know it's not here in the post, but a lot of these threatening letters, I think, are at least started by Paimon's actor.
Paimon's actor needs to be fucking
Like I
removed.
Okay, Simmer. Because I agree, but I hate to. Yeah, she's somebody who angers me enough to say slurs on stream, and had to
Paimon's
check
VA
that
is attacking her
myself.
over it too. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
To be fair, Venti's actor and Paimon's actor have been having a bit of a woman moment.
A tizzy.
Well-
Are they having a row?
Yeah.
Isn't Venti's actor the one that had that song that we
Yes.
played where she's just like, shut the fuck
Yep.
up? Yeah, that was good. That was
great. I loved it.
I had to cut out that song in the interim because it definitely got claimed, but it was fantastic.
So, I feel bad for her because she's just trying to
Yeah.
work and she's being harassed by both the guild and multiple actors just for wanting to work. Wasn't she forced into SAG? I'm not sure.
A lot of people are forced into SAG.
Yeah.
A lot of people are. It's unfortunate because a lot of things are contracted like that.
Mm-hmm.
But is what it is. I do think that the attacking is going to reduce any more good sentiment that they have even further, to the point that I feel like it's just going to naturally end the. I just feel like it's naturally going to end.
Yeah.
Soon.
Don't call it a guild, call it what it is, a mob. Well, yeah, that's what it is. So, I don't know. This sucks. This fucking sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what's kind of weird to me? I'm wondering if, like, the voice actors in the 90s, like, dealing with these kind of controversies and stuff like that. Like
don't
you
think they
had Dragon
did.
Ball Z, and you had Indasa, and you had a lot. I don't think they did either. It's just interesting to see the shift and the focus more on voice actors of media and stuff like that. That used to not be a thing. Like, even long-term fans of series might just be introduced like years later. Oh, this is who voice acts this character. You know, you have to be a certain. It's just interesting to me how much more focus on the back end the general audience has become over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
So because we're winding down, chat, because these two gotta go, I am gonna make one note, because I haven't shilled this stream. I should have done it when Akko did super chats earlier, but I didn't. If you like the content, I would appreciate leaving a like, subscribing, hitting the bell, joining the Discord, joining or following on Twitter. Specifically subscribing over on YouTube because we're trying to hit 500 subs. Because I have promised chat I would play Resident Evil 7 when we got to 500 subs, and at 500 I can get affiliate. So, greatly appreciate it.
Come on, guys, let's get them to
get there.
affiliate, please. You
You're
know
doing pretty
what? I
good,
will
Tom.
find you if you don't. I'm not
You're doing pretty
joking.
good, Tom.
I know.
I will fucking find you.
I would
Subscribe to
say
Temp.
I would say that, like, obviously, one of the best parts about being in a VTuber org or a little group is you share your audience with people that can be potentially see new people.
Yep.
Which is why, like, I enjoyed like having you. I enjoy having Ava, like, exposing you to more people, literally exposing you to more people, so that people can find you guys, and it makes me really happy to help facilitate that. You're definitely grown in a great way. I would say that you are now 10 times the nemesis. So
Am I? Hold on.
congratulations. in terms of
Yeah, no,
live
actually,
viewers,
here's what's
yeah.
in fact, you're getting large enough that we're gonna have to make a Google Doc on you and slander you. Fine, yeah, we're gonna basically like we're toxically competitive, and it's just business.
Okay, the nemesis is way higher on YouTube subs.
No, I'm not talking about subs. I'm talking about live viewers.
Oh, live viewers? Yeah.
Subs are
No, yeah.
like subs are a nice like number, but like in terms of what
Okay.
YouTube cares about live viewers.
Yeah,
It
you
doesn't
want
care
your
about
CCV.
subs.
So on
Subs
that
is a
note,
legacy number.
I just checked, and I'm not gonna again for those who don't know who the nemesis is. I'm not gonna say who the nemesis is.
Everybody should know by now because I did a whole stream on that. But yeah,
The nemesis.
Oh, okay, now I do.
The nemesis is streaming right now. The nemesis has 1 viewer, and I have 25. Thank you all for showing up. I greatly appreciate it.
You're wrong. They have 4.
Oh, YouTube is telling me 1.
Or wait. On YouTube, on one page it says 4. On another page it says 1.
Yep.
I'm getting mixed
Oh,
messages
that
right
means
now.
botting.
Not
No,
necessarily.
it just means that
Not
YouTube is
kidding.
being stupid.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't at all. Yeah, it's, YouTube's viewer count is absolutely fucked. I've had it where it's like, oh, you're at your peak viewership. Yeah, 68 viewers, and then I had streaming. It's like your peak viewership was 83. I'm like, what? And what the fuck was that?
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Listen, it's gotta make you feel humble so that when it gets to the end, you're like, oh, I did actually better than I thought I did.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny is like, I've been practicing this. Is I don't pay attention to my CCV at all, even afterwards. Like most of the time, people come to me and go, "Hey, you reached this." I'm like, "Oh, cool," and that's like a self exercise I do so I don't get numbers obsessed. It's like a little battle against my autism because autism loves numbers, and I know you can fall into that rabbit hole real quickly.
I think it is like a definite balance because I like looking at it as like a metric of how far I've come. I also just like measuring it to see like gauge the interest of what people want.
Yeah.
Because like I know that I mean it helps me fine tune my content because I know if I play video games, a lot of people aren't necessarily interested. They are here for the news, the drama, and me. The video games are kind of secondary, which is okay.
Yeah, that's true. My
Yeah.
React content will get like on average 70 viewers or so, and then my
Yeah.
gaming will like 30.
Yeah. It's just
So
like
yeah, I know that's about the metric there.
yeah. The thing to remember, and I think a lot of YouTubers, if they started doing, I'm kind of glad a lot of people don't do this because it makes it less competitive for me. But like outside of us, but like if people realize that people aren't interested in video games anymore, they're interested in conversations and topics, a lot more people would actually probably jump up a little bit in viewership.
Yeah.
That's why I tell people. That's why it's like, you know, when people do play games, it's just like it's fun. But like me personally, I don't feel like games are going to be like a main part of this channel because it's not what people are here to see. People would like
Yeah,
to
what
listen
I'm
to
doing
drama.
now, like, and it took a little bit for me to build the community to get a consistent feed of like video suggestions to react to and comment on and stuff like that. But now that I have a constant flow, I'm switching. I used to do Tuesdays and Thursdays were Elfpire Reacts, and then Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays were gaming. I'm going to switch it now where it's going to be Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays is Elfpire Reacts, Tuesdays and Thursdays is game.
Yep. And chat, this is why I greatly appreciate those of you who do show up for the gaming streams. I know I should do drama. I know I should do react. I know I should just sit here and talk with you
You know
all.
what's actually
You don't have
hilarious?
to do drama.
Well, no, but it's
No,
like
you
one of
don't.
those things that
I don't do drama. I just react to stuff.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
will say this: weirdly enough, my game streams make more money. I
Yeah.
get more memberships and super chats when my gaming streams than I do my reaction streams. So I will say this: when it comes to your gaming streams, there are more dedicated fans are gonna be there.
absolutely.
So your core
Oh, no,
audience
yeah.
are gonna
Well,
be there.
Yeah, because what
they'll-
ends up happening is you have one big audience, but there's like 2 different parts of it. There are people that are there for the topic, which is just fine, and then there's the distilled people that are there for no matter what you do. And figuring out the distilled audience, those are like the fans that will watch everything basically. And I know that I have like I've already figured out kind of both sets of
Yeah.
audience. And again, I don't mind either way, you know, that I play video games occasionally, but it's just like, I know what people want to see, so I'm going to do what people want to see.
Exactly. And that's why I actually did learn this. I do try to sprinkle in in streams now, like a little bit of like a discussion topic. Because even if that doesn't get like the active views, I could maybe like rip that out of the stream and then publish it as a video, and that will make numbers. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
but
Anyway.
chat, I do greatly appreciate you all coming around. We got what? Repo on Wednesday?
Maybe.
Yes, we do. I'm so
I
freaking
have
excited.
not. I think so.
I'm gonna be there. I don't give a shit. I fucking like. I'm just like if no one's there, I'm gonna host. I don't like repo time Wednesday. Wednesday is repo time. 1,000 times repo times. Rick and Morty.
So
We will find out.
yeah, we'll find out.
Anyway, chat. Thanks for coming by tonight. Who's live right now?
Yeah.
I think Lumi's live right now.
Lumi's live on YouTube. Chat, we will like soft raid Lumi because I can't raid on YouTube.
I'm gonna raid.
Not yet, man.
Oh, never mind. Razor's not online.
Razor's
Thanks,
done.
Thanks, you. Why would it tell me I could do that when I couldn't do that? You know, I'll give you guys.
Top breaking bases, Ava, and you temp. Listen to Mizu. Fine.
All right, chat. Chat. I'll be back Wednesday.
I'm gonna get you all the
something.
Lumi stream, and then we're gonna raid someone on YouTube. Chat, go give
Before we leave,
Lumi some love.
I have super chat, so I'm gonna mute myself, and you guys can do what you're doing.
And chat. Otherwise, is there anyone that we can raid? Chat. Anyone like chat? Give me ideas. Who are we raiding on Twitch? Oh, you know what?
Right. Thank you so
Tyga
much
is
for having me,
streaming.
guys.
Chat, we're gonna rate Tyga. And Ava,
Oh,
it was fun having you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Akko is live right now. I'm not rating Akko. We're leaving. So yeah, chat.
Yeah.
Chat, go say hi to Tyga. Tyga's also playing Oblivion, so we're sending it to 2 different Oblivion streams tonight. So you all behave for Tyga and Lumi, and I will see you all on Friday, Wednesday probably, but if not Wednesday, then Friday. Otherwise, chat, you all have a wonderful evening. Good night.